Hey everyone, it's Riot. This is going to be the raw footage for how we discussed and came about our UU tier list and the rankings. Don't watch this whole thing. Please don't. This is such a waste of time. But if you're interested in learning about specific units or you're interested in understanding why certain units have a certain rank, this is where you'll go to understand the whole discussion behind it. But like I said, this is complementary to the video that will be linked in the description and where you probably found this one from about a very quick version of the tier list and the overall rankings. So enjoy this absolute madness. This was actually done on 2 separate days because we had to take a break because it was going for so long. So, yeah. All right. A cod.
Spearman good.
I mean, is the improvement thing like relevant at all? I feel like
No.
it's not.
No.
I heard it was
No.
broken,
You
actually.
have to have it standing on the tile and the worker also standing on the tile for it to work, which means it doesn't work.
I mean, it does something. After you kill a city state, you're gonna randomly put it on a tile, and it's gonna work from time to time.
It works
It's
like
not good.
it works like once a game, or maybe if you're building a trading post and you still have on jungle and you still have one.
Okay.
So, like,
I think arguing about the worker improvement thing is a total bait. I think just the fact that it's a 13 strength spear is quite good.
Yeah,
Spear's
yeah,
good.
I agree. So what would you rank that? 1 to 10.
How valuable is a spear, though?
That's the thing.
Five.
I think
If you upgrade into it, that's actually good tributes.
I mean, I think it's like a 5 or a 6 because like ancient classical units are fairly replaceable.
I don't know.
the
Spears are the
difference-
best unit easily in classical and
Yeah,
in
but,
ancient.
like-
I mean,
But like spear good, sword also good. Like
I guess.
You know,
It's
I'll
like
give
a
it a,
6.
yeah,
I'll give it
You
a,
know,
reasonable.
6.
The problem is, I think it's better than a Minuteman, but I need some space to argue that it's better than 5.
Yeah. So like, okay, this is gonna set the precedent for what we rank these things. By the way,
I'll
Like,
give it a 7 because it has.
I don't think
sim
I'm
bonus.
saying 5 might be too high. Like, if 5 is
fair.
average, is
I'm
5
chilling at
average?
6.
Well,
I mean,
do we
is
want?
5
There's
average?
only one unique unit which is actually worse than the unit it replaces, right?
Yes.
So
And that's a
generally-
1. That one unit is a 1. But what's like a 2 then? You know,
I don't think these need to be ranked like on average. I think we can have
just like a feel type thing.
yeah, like I think it's okay if we've
Okay.
got like the highest number on
Alright,
7.
Okay.
I would suggest that 1 is terrible, 4 is okay, and 7 is very good, and 10 is insane.
Sure.
10 is
I'm fine with
needs nerf.
10 is
Yeah.
Also, just so we're all clear, like this is, you know, an impy is not just an impy, it's an impy with Zulu promos.
yeah.
And it's with Zulu experience gen and stuff like that, right? So like just keep that in mind. It's especially important for stuff like Assyria and things
Yeah.
like that. But okay. So where do you
you
rank?
said 4 is okay. If 4 is okay, I'm definitely fine putting this at 4.
I'd put it at 4 or 5 maybe after this. Like
I feel
I'm
like
fine with it at 5.
I'm fine with
Good.
5.
You're good.
I'm
we should
fine
be-
with 5.
we
I think
should
it's
be-
better than okay.
Yeah, I think it's better than okay.
We should be clear about whether are we valuing the sim bonuses of a unit or no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything.
Yeah,
I
but
just an FYI,
that
I
doesn't have a sim bonus.
I took off all of the like civilian units. So like Italy is
Okay.
not on here.
Yeah, but it needs to be at least a 6, just because like a lot of the times you won't use your unique unit. This unit is always good for tribute, and it's also pretty useful in comp war, and it's useful,
I could
and it can be.
5.
Oh, it's a little bit of a bone. It has a little bit of a bonus when you're killing city states.
I vote 5.
I vote 5.
I vote 5.
All right, Hawks.
No,
Fuck
I
you.
outvoted.
Is this error defining?
And overruled.
Nope.
No.
No.
No
definitely
chance.
not. And then this is just like utility, right?
Yep.
Okay. The Minuteman. Ooh.
This is a very definition of a 4. It's
Yeah.
just a
You
6.
think this is a 4? I thought this would be like a 3.
It's lower than that.
I was like
yeah.
a 3 or 2. Like,
You know,
It's a 3
movement,
at best.
when
movement
do
across
you?
hills is good.
When
Like,
do
Yeah,
you?
I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
Ashwin.
ignore
When's the
me.
last time you've used this as America?
I can.
I remember him
It was
using it.
actually the last time I. Was
Okay, bad,
Yeah.
bad question.
He used it on stream. I think he killed someone.
Yeah, I killed someone. I
How-
rocket night cannon someone, and it.
Yeah.
I mean,
How
if
often
you're
do you
gonna
use musket?
Yeah, like
if you're gonna arty someone, you're gonna build some of this unit.
No, I
And
did the yeah, but even if there's all these unique muskets open up the kind of barrack overflow, armory overflow, musket night cannon push, right? Which is, I think, a little bit undervalued.
yeah, and no,
think
it's good, but like, is this much better than a normal musket? Like, not really.
I do think so.
it is. It is
Ignore
very
trying
mobile.
cost is a big deal.
I guess.
And it starts with a base promo, so if you're double promoting it, then you can get double cover or double ambush, which is not irrelevant.
I guess.
Right,
Yeah, but like, if you're building muskets into calves, you're kind of fucked.
Oh
It-
yeah, I
it's-
mean I wouldn't want to fight Kaz with this.
No, it's okay. It's bad because muskets are bad.
Exactly. Yes.
And
Yeah.
this unit isn't good enough to make you want to build a musket.
That's
And
fair.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
is provably false in Ashwin's case, but empirically
Alright.
I agree with you.
Look, I do a
you'll-
lot of dumb shit. You can't use me as an example.
it probably will convince you to build a couple of muskets, but like not much.
Fine, I think 3 is acceptable.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do 3. Era defining. No.
No.
I feel like it's a musket. It has to be defense, right? Even with the
Yeah,
mobility,
Yeah.
like,
it's primarily a defense.
It's just not good enough to be offensive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Camels.
Four.
Camels are good.
You think a 4?
Hammers are
You're
very, very good.
crazy. Camels are.
6?
They suck.
No, they're.
You can't
Oh
you
my.
can't kill pikes with them.
I mean,
Like-
yeah, the biggest problem with the camel is that it's facing one of the best units of the era in a pike, and it just gets like
The
No,
camel
yeah,
completely solves the application of force problem you normally have. You can
That's
literally,
true.
if you have one tile to shoot from, all your camels can shoot from that single tile. That's big.
That's true, but like knights chivalry is kind of a bad offensive timing because it takes
That's true.
forever, and
That's true.
like in order to attack someone at chivalry, they're going to have pikes. I think it's a 6. It's a great unit in this like super drawn out war from like classical through Renaissance, but like it runs into the problem of going headfirst into a pike, and that's a really unfortunate problem to have.
Would you say, relatively, a camel is better or worse than the Akkad spear?
Worse.
Better.
It's better. Like you do camels. Camels is a timing.
I agree.
okay.
I agree.
So I would actually say it's kind of era defining, honestly, but it's bad. Like you have to be scared
Yes.
of camels.
Yes.
But if you build a couple pikes and you have a little bit of preparation, you're not gonna die from
Kite-
them. Which is
Haw-
why camels are bad.
Hawks is just having really bad flashbacks to pikes right now. But
Yeah,
What? I'm not.
tried to do camels, right? And it just blew up in your face.
no.
What? No, Ryan's referencing last night.
Okay.
The pikes didn't actually. The pikes actually weren't good.
Yeah, that's right.
The muskets were actually better than the pikes.
Right.
It's like era defining but bad.
I don't know. I kind of agree with Hawks, but I kind of don't. Like if you get a good timing, your sim's good. You're attacking someone with worse sim than you, who's maybe like trying to catch up, and they're like caught off foot. You are going to roll them.
I think this is the definition of a 6.
So
I kind of
See,
agree with Glosson.
I think there's some discrepancy between like era defining and ranking, which I think is good. Like I don't think era defining should just be over a certain ranking.
Yeah. No, I
like
agree. I
a
agree.
unit like a unit that's era defining is one that makes a timing by itself, basically. Especially one that creates new timing that wouldn't exist with any other civ.
Yeah, I agree.
Units like, say, to use the next example, like the Gaucho. The Gaucho is definitely not era defining in that it doesn't really create a timing, but it's just a much better knight.
Okay,
So-
but I would say a camel is way better than a gaucho. I know we're getting ahead of ourselves. Yes. Yes.
Can camels build
I-
farms, Ryan?
I mean, yeah, I also think a camel is better than a gaucho.
All right.
I think
Let's
would put
vote on this
camel-
number. Let's vote on this number. I'm with Glosson.
4.
I say 6.
6.
I'm a 6.
Hawks is the contrarian, I feel like. Okay.
Primary use is an offensive unit.
Yeah, I'm not being convinced by the arguments. I guess
I mean,
I'm coming into it with my own idea of the ranking.
No, I mean that's
I mean,
fair.
you're saying it's an offensive unit. Camels are also an extremely good defensive unit.
Yeah. I mean they're just great, but like you're not being like, okay, cool, I'm gonna defend with camels. Like let me build a bunch of camels defensively. Like the main use of a camel is like I picked Arabia to use this unit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Okay. Gauchos.
4 or 5.
I don't like
This unit's scary.
I feel like knights in
It's-
general are just so shit.
Well,
Seven
knights
or
are
eight.
amazing on defense, but they
7
can't-
or 8.
Have you
This thing does
used them?
40
I will say the skirm guys
Right.
love gauchos.
Ryan, this thing does 40 damage to a fortified pike.
Yeah, I mean with like quadruple flanking.
They can trade positively with calves.
If they have the flanking.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
but you
knights.
just
Like they're
get the
very good
flanking
at setting up
knights.
thinking. They're 5-move knights too.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, you guys have used these way more than me. So, what's your ranking?
An 8.
And
I
Yeah.
would go,
8.
I'd go
I'm
7,
chilling at
but
5
I
or 6.
definitely I think it's better than a camel. Like I definitely think it's at least.
You think it's better than a camel? I don't.
I don't know that they're better than.
It's not close. It's a lot better.
I mean,
But you're not. But when you pick Argentina, you're not like I'm gonna go gaucho someone.
Yeah, it's not
Right.
era defining, but it's really good.
Yeah. So, but I get the argument, but okay. I mean, are you saying they're really good for defending? Is that your main argument here, or?
I think the point here is you can play Argentina very well and not have to kill someone. You can play Arabia very well and not have to kill someone.
Yeah, no, I agree, but like, okay, in this case, like, what's the primary use of a gaucho?
Build
You
farm.
just kill people.
I mean,
Build
it's a
farm.
knight. It's a defensive unit.
Build
Like-
farm.
You
No,
can
but
attack
knights-
with it.
Knights
But
aren't
it's
offensive
also
units; they're defensive units.
Yeah, like it's a really good knight, but like knights are fundamentally offensive, or knights are fundamentally defensive units, and the gaucho doesn't change any of the problems that knights have as an offensive unit.
Now it does change the math because it trades positively into a pike, and that like really changes.
Are you
the way
pushing?
you have to work.
Are you pushing forwarded pikes with gauchos?
Yes.
It's certainly not unheard of. Like Hoy has done this. As a
All right.
regime.
I mean, you guys have better
All right.
experience. Just give me a
Yeah,
number. I'm
I
not
will-
even gonna bother giving a number.
I will
'cause-
concede. I will concede a 7.
7's fine.
I feel
I
so.
vote 8.
I don't think 8 is unreasonable. I think it's a lot better than a
If
camel.
you guys rank this at 8, I'm
I
gonna be
was
offended.
going into this gonna put it at a 4. So
I would even put it at like a 5. So I
Let's
will
do
concede 7.
I don't know. But like a knight is a bad unit. Like that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's the
like
same argument for Minuteman. Like a knight is bad. Like I don't want to build a knight.
But the Gaucho is
Knights are
so
not
much.
bad units.
The
It-
Gaucho is much better than a normal knight than a Minuteman is than a normal musket.
That's fair, but like, I don't know. I think 7's reasonable.
Knights are easily the worst unit in medieval. Like
I raise, I raise you the Goliath.
no, but like actually, like think about it. Like
Yeah, no,
medieval,
I think
medieval's
there's a
stacked in
reasonable
terms of good
threat.
units.
Yeah, it
I
really
guess
is.
Trebs, but
Yeah.
how can okay whatever you guys win on this. We'll put it as utility, I guess, but it's hard for me to understand how a knight can be ranked so high, like because it's still a knight.
All right.
Speaking of knights, this
hold
is
on.
the knight that comes in classical.
Yeah, let's talk about the Sparapet.
They're
This is
they're
really good.
you
Sparapet
can
has
sell
a
them.
million fans.
You can
I
sell
am
them.
one of them. If the Sparapet has 10 fans, I am one of them. If the Sparapet has no fans, then that means I am no more on the earth. If the world is against the Sparapet, I am against the world.
All right.
Do you have this written down? Did you
Yeah,
practice
like
that?
seriously. What
Yeah,
the
I
fuck?
have it pulled off.
He definitely came into this waiting to say that for Sparapet. I
100%. I love the Sparapet.
I mean, okay, the thing is though, it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's really.
The
And you can't
Sparapet-
upgrade into it either.
Well, the thing about the Sparapet that I love is, first of all, it as a classical unit, It is an excellent attacking unit. It's great with terracotta pushes. It shits on anything short of a pike. And then after classical, you just upgrade it into knights, and then you can keep upgrading because they don't obsolete. So you can upgrade them into knights. It's 10 gold to upgrade, and then you can upgrade them into calves, and then all of your calves have great general.
Yeah.
That's insane. I love the Sparrow Pet. And like the best thing is like, sure, Knight's not a great unit in the medieval. It's a great unit in the classical, and Cav with great general is a great unit in industrial war. And,
Yeah,
like,
but it's a
control it
zero.
all the way to land
But it's
ships.
a zero promo unit. Like when you know what I mean? Like that Cav is gonna have no promos except this general promo. And the reason I'm saying that,
No, you can build them. You can build them when setting up for calves with armories.
oh, you can.
Chivalry.
Yeah.
They won't
Oh, okay.
obsolete.
Oh, okay.
It only costs 10 gold to upgrade a Sparrow Pet
To a
to a
knight.
knight.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
that unit is. I love this Sparrow Pet.
But it's 2 horses, right?
Yeah, but that goes away on upgrade.
It's
Yeah.
also
It just goes
like
on.
it's really expensive. Like for classical stuff, I don't think it's that good.
It's not era defining, but I think it's very good because the Sparrow Pet isn't just a Sparrow Pet. In addition to being a unique horse, it's also a unique knight and a unique calf.
Kubos, Hawks.
It's a 9, I think, because
What?
it's the ability to use all your gold on landship upgrades when you have too much gold is really, really valuable. Also, having great general bonus without worrying about losing your general.
Oh, you mean because you can just
Like-
keep building sparrow pets and upgrading them?
Yep.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
so the
Okay.
idea is not-
That is very important. Yeah.
it's not a 9 for its early game ability. It's a 9 because of its late game like cav or landship war
100%.
utility.
I can't put a 9 on a Civ that's tier shit.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say
Yeah,
I
like-
love this unit. I'm not going to put it at 9. I'll put it at 8. But like, I mean, I love Armenia and I love this unit, but
I
also
don't think it's
love it.
as high. I think it's like a 5 or a 6.
That's blasphemy. I will put it at an 8.
I think I'm kind of sold on this landship idea. You know, especially if you have like, especially if you have iron current, not iron current, whatever it's called, iron fist or honor or something, and you're killing a bunch of units, you're gonna have a lot of gold. Like you just spent 3K upgrading the landships, like you can farm 1,000 gold, like, and you have nothing to do with it. So at least this gives you some out.
I mean,
Also,
you
like, in
always
my
have something
experience,
to do with the
Armenia,
gold, though.
like,
No,
being
you
on-
don't. Usually you just buy a triplane or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
buying the Triton is pretty good.
like in my experience, Armenia likes being honor. It also likes being tall because more growth to work mountains, and both those things work very well to create the situation where you're going to landships with a lot of gold. Like it's a great civ to go trad honor calves. It's a great civ to play from trad honor calves and keep going into like landships.
Yeah, but it's still a bad civ.
yeah, but it's a good unit.
All right, Ashwin ranking.
I give it at least an 8. I think if we're ranking these things almost entirely on the strength of the civ behind them, we have to account for the unit itself a lot, or we're not ranking units. I
Yeah,
give it
no,
an 8.
okay, no, that's fair.
I think 8 is probably the most fair place to put it.
Hawks, you say 9.
Yeah. Also, I think
Kuba.
the metric we should use for a unit is how much, like, for how valuable a unit is how big of a difference it makes for the civ. Like, not whether it makes it a playable civ or not, but like,
I'm gonna put it at 5. The Civ's unplayable and the unit's unplayable with it.
I really like think the only you sold me on the landship thing, but other than the landship thing, I don't see a utility for this fucking unit.
It's also good at cav.
I mean, okay, sure, but like,
And, like,
maybe you make like
you
one or
make your
two.
own
You make one or two, like,
At when?
for generals for Cav. I'm saying, like,
You make them all. You just focus on gold going into cav. Like there are times when
all
you're
right,
playing.
we are outranked, Kuba. We will concede an 8, which feels so
Right.
incredibly fucking wrong. But
no, this is wrong. This is
this is blasphemy.
I conceded earlier. You can concede my Sparrow Pet an 8.
I mean, I will not.
We have
count
done
the master
5.
unit
We have
as
done
far
5. Holy fuck, Kuba, you were right. There's 100 of these. Holy shit, we're gonna be here all night. my god.
Stop for now and play Weavy and then do the finish this another time.
Siege Tower.
I mean, it's a great unit. It's really scary, but I don't know. Like Assyria is not a great civ. This unit really does carry Assyria's ability to do war, but
Well,
Assyria
not
is
war. It gives
doing
its ability
really well.
to. It pops city states, right? Like that's the utility of this unit.
Yeah, like Assyria can do two things really well, and Honor is one of them because of this unit.
Yeah. So what do you rank it?
5 or 6. Like it's a great unit, but like
higher than Sparapet.
not higher than a Serapet.
Like I feel like
Probably a 6.
I'm fine with the 6 Hawks.
What?
6 seems reasonable.
It's at least an 8. It's, I mean, it you need like 2 to kill CS, and to kill players it's really strong too.
Is it strong?
I
To kill
have.
players?
I
I
have.
don't. I mean,
killed
you
someone-
can get cover on them, which is really nice.
Yeah, I have killed someone with siege towers and knights before.
They have to be touching the city to damage it, right? So the only situation in which you can actually kill a player with this is if somehow they couldn't stop you from putting a catapult.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult to do.
Hawks just has absolutely blown someone open before and just popped their city. I mean, okay.
I mean,
I think
Like-
it's reasonable.
you just can't kill these things. Like,
You can kill them, like
they're
you
tanky.
only kill them by
They-
slamming them.
they are
and
tanky.
it's not easy.
All right, I let's have a new rule because this is gonna take fucking 10 years. Each one you're allocated 2 minutes to talk about. Like to give an opinion, like 2 total minutes for each one, so that we don't spend like forever on it. Okay, so let's just rank Assyria right now. Ashwin,
I think it's a good 6.
Lawson,
6.
Hawks,
8.
Kuba,
6.
6 digits. Husser, these things suck.
I like hussars.
They're shit. I think it's a 3.
It's
I
not.
like them. It's a
It's
free.
not much better than a cav, but a cav's a good unit, and they make great land ships.
Yeah, but like the point is, it's like as a unit, it's not like impressive in any way. Like
Cav is a good
when do
unit.
you notice the difference between this and a cav? Never.
I mean, yeah, but I would put a cav at least a 5.
Actually, that's not true. I've snuck a hussar in a Luigi before, like past.
I remember that.
That I think.
But also, the extra movement, and the extra sight is nice.
All right,
It also
number.
stays on upgrade.
You got a
I would
minute
put
left.
This
You
at
got a
a
minute
5 because I would put a cav at a 5. And I
No,
think
but like this is like unique. Like where do unique units rank? Like as a unit itself, but also relative to their counterpart, like their default
I mean,
counterpart.
I'm ranking these units relative to their counterparts. Like if a Minuteman is a 3 because a musket's like somewhere between a 2 and a 3, then I have to put and a cav is like to me somewhere around a 5 because it's an important unit to cavardi. Like this has to go around a 5. So
No, this is about how valuable a unit is. Like, would it make a big difference to the Civ if it didn't have this unique unit at all?
No,
Oh, if that's the case, then it's like a 2.
That's the metric we should be using.
I agree.
It's not a big.
This is the
difference.
biggest fucking like. Oh, I forgot they have a unique unit. Like when I'm loading into the game, like that's what this
Yeah.
is. All right. Let's start with Kuba.
2.
Hawks.
Wait, oh, for this? 4.
Lawson.
Either a 2 or a 4, whichever gets more votes.
What? Ashwin. What the fuck?
5.
Just say 3. What is wrong with you?
I don't think it's a 3. It depends how we're ranking this.
Well, I'm giving it a 3. Fuck
Give
you
it
guys.
a 4. I
Fuck
vote
you.
4 now.
Fuck you. All right, Malmic. Mamluk.
10. Unanimous 10.
No. No. It's still a knight. Like, it still has the same problems as every other knight.
No, it doesn't because it beats pikes. That's the why knights are bad because they don't beat pikes. Mamluks beat pikes.
I mean, it's
I
got
think
one
Mamluks are about as good as Gauchos are, and I think they're just a 7.
I think 7's fine for a Mamluk. They make great calves too.
That's true. The calf thing is definitely relevant.
Oh, but it's not relevant.
For spare pets? No, it's not.
I mean, they're also more expensive, which means that it's good for Liberty Cav arty because
You can get more hammer
you
efficiency
can
on
get more.
pre-builds.
Yeah, you can get more hammers and stuff.
Yep.
It's worse for Tradition Cav arty. Better for
Hawks.
Honor Liberty too.
Hawks ranking.
7.
There we go.
7, great. Better
Jaguar.
for-
Meh.
3.
It's nice utility against barbs and such.
It's nice utility against barbs, but like, first of all, Aztec doesn't really.
I mean, the scouting is definitely relevant. Like, the early game scouting bonus from starting with a Jaguar is super relevant.
If you're in a lot of jungle, it's like a 3.
I think it's a 3.
But you're in
It's
Aztec.
like a 5.
The
Like,
negative
this is
tributing
good.
ability fucking sucks.
There's no negative tributing ability, is it?
It's worse than a warrior.
I thought they were the same strength.
It's not.
It is, unless it's fixed in Lek. In base game, it's worse than a warrior. There's some weird rounding issue with it.
No, it's not.
No, I think it's the same.
It is. You can go into in-game editor and test it.
I'd put it at a 3.
Okay, we're good with 3. All right, this is a 10.
Yeah. Maybe a 9.
9.
Yeah, 9. It's a 9.
It
Kuba,
only does
can you-
one thing, archers, and
But
archers
it
isn't a
guaran-
good strat in most spots.
it guarantees it every single time.
I
It
have
also
seen
Against the
kills
hill
Kuba-
CS? No.
I
What?
think
Also
about
kills
Archer
players.
multiple CS and then a piety player.
It kills,
No,
yeah,
no,
it
no,
kills
dude, no.
players.
It kills hills and it kills fucking walls. Like, this thing is disgusting. It's a combo.
I put it at a 9. It's a 9 to me.
But it also kills players.
I think it's a clear 9.
Yeah, I think this is a 9. Okay, we're actually busting through these now. All right, Force Publiques.
2.
Oh, this Sif has a unique unit.
Exactly what I was thinking.
This is quite good. I think it's a good unit.
It's a 2.
What does it do? I don't
has-
even
it has
It's a
know.
promotion.
It's got 2 free promotions. It's got free drill and it's got free what's the word?
Charge?
Charge promo.
When are you
Charge?
I literally again like you can slam lane ships with these bad boys. It's really good.
No.
It's- It's
I
actually
mean-
like it's a good unit, but
I do
GBs
remember.
are terrible and
These are
have
so
no value.
Yeah,
So it's a 3.
I actually I am with Ashwin though. Like, I remember using these and they were like surprisingly really strong.
They're
also-
great
they-
Jewies are really
But
bad.
Jiwis are still
They
shit.
enable one of the weirdest timings in the game, which is the Blitz Infantry Rocket RD Mobile Sand Push.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need Blitz Infantry to do a Rocket Arty Sam push. Like
You
Rocket
do,
Arty
'cause
Sam
you have
push
a
is
tile
fine.
problem.
Yeah,
If you skip oil, you have a tile problem.
It definitely
unless you have Blitz.
helps. Definitely helps.
I do think they're like a 4. They're not bad.
I think my opinion is they're noticeably better than a Jiwi, and I think if you're Belgium, so you're gonna have a good sim game. Like, I think these could really be the difference between holding a Lancia player. Like, I actually do mean that.
I refuse to put these higher than Norwegian Ski Infantry, and I know that Norwegian Ski Infantry can't be that high because they're a Jiwi.
Okay, I'm not saying we should put them at like over 5, but I think like a 3 is a little low.
I will concede a 3. I want these at 2.
Okay.
I vote for 3.
5.
Astrid, I think we're gonna lose this one, but
I'm gonna vote 5.
You're voting 5 too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe in this unit.
All right. We'll meet in the middle. We'll go with 4.
Fine.
All right. Vortrekkers. These things are fucking fun. These are so much fun. I love this unit.
If we're putting Publiques at 4, I'll concede a 5. I'll do 5 for Forechecker.
The amount
If
of
we're putting
Healing
Publiques at
Full is
4,
really good.
if we're putting Publiques at 4, these have to be a 3 or worse.
what?
Healing in Full is really good.
How?
Wait, I thought they healed 50.
No,
Did
they heal a
full?
full.
They healed a full,
They
and
healed-
they have
Uh,
they're just have some strong defense promo. Let me check
Like-
how much it is.
Like, if there's
oh, do they have a
any-
defense promo too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Dude,
have,
there's this one time someone was like cycling land chips into me, and he cycled and he moved it back one tile. So of course I just slammed the shit, heals to full, filled the tile, and then he instantly concedes.
yeah, so they get 25% as they're being attacked. They have heal on kill fully. They keep all these promos when they upgrade. I think they're
Warcheckers are a really good. Like, I've expressed how much I hate Jewies. Warcheckers are really good.
This makes me want to
Alright.
build Jewies. Like I actually want to build Jewies when I use this unit.
Admittedly, Boars is a
Terrible civ. So bad.
All right, I didn't even know what these things did because Boris is so bad.
Really
I'll,
bad.
I'll give it a 5 though.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
Five.
I think we're all on 5. All right, Danny's unit.
Okay, this is actually very good. Base strength modifiers are the best type of the things
Yep.
that change your base strength are the best thing that
Yeah.
you can do. It doesn't take much to get them to be as strong as an anti-tank rifle. They're a decent frontline for
They
arty,
come
and
at
they're
they
arty
come at
attack.
yeah, they come at Artie, yeah.
I mean, these just aren't an anti-tank, right? They're just a utility
No,
unit.
that's what I'm
being
saying.
industrial.
They're better than an anti-tank because it doesn't take much to get them up to the level of an anti-tank to fight landship.
They're also useful in industrial shit show.
Yeah, they don't just instantly melt to
Yeah.
arty or to plane the way anti-tank rifles do.
I mean,
think
I just don't even think of these like in the frame of anti-tank because anti-tank rifles are really bad, but these things are like actually.
These are just a good like utility all around unit, right?
Yeah.
Like, and like if you're playing Bolivia, you're gonna be building these like 100%.
Yeah. Oh, so is it like a 5 or a 6?
I'm willing to drop a 7 on this. This is actually a unit that matters.
I mean, it makes
I
it.
would say 6.
I mean, if you can do some pretty crazy shenanigans and get this thing to be really fucking strong.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about like fucking your entire games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I think
Great
you
Patcher
can't
unit.
launch the Civ particularly well.
It's a good what, Hawks? Yeah, it's a great it's a great Patra unit.
Yeah. It's like this unit makes Bolivia want to go Patro.
Yeah. Okay. What are we ranking? Ashwin, you go first.
7.
Lawson,
I'd do 6.
Hawks,
4.
Kuba.
7.
Okay. Let's do 7.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
All right.
This unit do?
What does this unit do?
It's stronger.
It has 10 extra space strength.
That's
And it
actually
has
that's
the-
a lot.
No, it's good. Like it like the base strength, like the difference between 70 and 80 is a big deal.
Yeah, no.
It's also got 20% foreign lands bonus.
Does it? It's also got kill gives golden age points, but I don't think that's very relevant. A little bit more so on Brazil, but like I don't know.
I mean, what are you killing with this? You're
Yeah.
Really not.
I mean, it's a good infantry. Infantry are a little bit better than Jewies, but not by much.
No, I think they're pretty a lot better. They're just so expensive.
Yeah. I mean, Brazil wants to be doing tourism, and it's a good unit if you're doing tourism because it's a great meat shield.
Yeah.
But, like,
yeah.
it's also not a better meat shield than a marine, and marines are cheaper. So
True. Yep.
The problem with this unit is you're playing Brazil and you're never gonna make it to modern.
that too.
Because you'll have one at hotels, right? Yeah.
You'll want at hotels, or you're dead before then.
Okay. Hawks, you go first, right?
4.
Clausen,
3.
Ashwin,
2.
Kuba.
3.
3 it is.
Yeah, that feels right.
Kanitas. I hate this unit. I think it's so bad.
It is not its skirm counterpart.
I mean, what? Like it always dies. It doesn't trade well into pikes.
Yeah, it's not very
Um,
good.
you could
Make Knutses have accurate or have open again.
It's so sad because Bulgaria is like built all around making a Konitsa push, and the Konitsa push is just not good.
I
yeah.
mean, it used to be like an S tier unit, and then it got nerfed, and now it's useless. Right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I like you can't when you're playing. You're not. It's very. You've tried this. You always would like want to try this unit, and then it's always bad.
Yep. I don't know, like
It's
three.
a great defensive unit.
That's true. That's true.
It's also one of those units that has a bad habit of zocking itself.
That's true. I'd
What
give
do
it a
you-
3.
3.
That feels, yeah.
Ashwin,
Maybe a little generous.
3 is fine.
Kuba,
3.
3.
Hux.
Sure.
This unit sucks.
1.
This
It's
unit-
1 because it's just worse, right?
This is just
Like,
Actually,
there's no
okay.
point. It doesn't do anything, and it only makes your cannons cheaper, which means the arty pushes are worse. So it's just.
I actually kind of disagree, but only because I've seen this unit used in Skur, and it is worse because it makes your arty pushes worse, but it just demands like a different kind of war.
I
It
mean,
demands like
3 range is definitely nothing to scoff at, but it hits like a treb.
yeah, it's shit. Like what you do with this unit is you just build a million of them, and you just grind the person out.
Also, I would argue that it's sort of error defining, because it means that the guy can't really arty you, and that's pretty error defining.
Well, why can't they arty you?
Because they need like twice the amount of gold to do so. Not actually twice, but they need a lot
Oh,
more.
Oh, you mean
mean
error
so-
defining
yeah.
for the.
Yeah, no, it is error
Yeah.
defining.
Okay, that's not a reason to put yes there. That's the.
I do not think this has a utility though. Like it's not attacking. It just doesn't have any.
It's
Okay.
definitely technically attacking. It's just.
I mean, the
put
utility
question
is.
marks. Just put question mark.
Okay.
The utility is making your arty pushes cost more gold.
I mean,
Right.
I would give it like a 3 for the scenario that I described, but maybe not because it actively denies you one of the best timings.
I think this is like a 1 or a 2.
This is a serious contender for a 1.
yeah, it's fair.
I
Like,
think
actually.
this belongs in the slinger tier.
Hey, no, we're about to get to the slinger tier soon.
We can give it a 1. I would accept that.
Okay.
I could maybe argue for a 2, but honestly, my heart's not in it.
So I've used cataphracts quite a bit.
Good unit.
I hate them.
Really?
It's a
rather have
fortifying
more movement?
horse. Like, who gives a fuck?
You'd rather have more.
Doesn't it
movement?
have 3 more strength?
It's-
Yeah, but
it-
loses-
It loses a movement.
Oh.
It's a swordsman is how I think about it. The
Yeah.
problem is it's a swordsman that's weak to spears.
Which is a really
Weird. Might be a
Yeah.
problem. Like it's supposed to be a defensive unit, but it's like the most easy to kill unit type in the game. So it doesn't make sense. It's almost it's the exact. We're getting to Columbia in a second, but like it's like the same problem as Columbia has. You know, like
horses can't and should not be holding tiles.
yeah.
They want to be cycling, which means they want more movement, not less. Yeah, it's not a very good unit.
I mean, like
So is this a 1?
I don't think it's a 1. I
It's
think
a
it's like
1.
a 3 or a 2. I don't
I'd
think
give
it's
it
a
a
1.
3.
It's not as bad as a cannon. It's the fucking.
It's still a swordsman at horseback riding.
Yeah, I mean that's like
Still good.
It's it's not bad. It's just like you'd think it would do a lot more than it does, and then it dies super fast,
you
and you're
want it
just
to do a lot more
confused.
than it does.
Yes, yeah. All right, let's just give it a 3. Combat engineer. I feel like this unit's like low key kind of good.
Yeah.
I mean, so the main benefit of this unit is that it's at industrialization, right? So,
Yeah.
like, you can go to industrialization as Canada and have a unit that you can frontline against cavalry.
Yep.
I mean, it's not going to stop cavalry, but it buys you a lot of
I
time.
mean, it has 1 extra move, right?
Yeah, and it
I'm
also
saying.
builds roads, which is like
It can
not-
it can 1-turn railroads.
Yeah.
That's actually something.
5 or
What
6.
does the unit do? Like
It's
sure
a
one
rifle.
turning
It's a rifle at industrial. Like
it makes it so that you can't build muskets to upgrade at once you hit gunpowder or once you hit factories. I don't know.
Yeah, give it a 5.
I
The
think five's.
anti-upgrading thing is a problem.
I think a five's
That is
a
a
little
problem.
high.
But, like,
But there is some utility. Like I was using
Okay.
these, because
I think okay is fair. Like,
they're a great CS gift.
oh, that's true, but we're not judging these on CSGF. They are a very good
Uh,
team, though.
2 because it has too much negative utility as well. Like I don't
it's
see a
not-
lot of positive utility out of it, and it has some negative utility.
I don't see the negative utility. What's the
It's
negative
the
utility?
it's the upgrade thing. It's that once you hit factories, you can't build swordsmen, longswords, muskets anymore to upgrade.
Yeah, but who cares? You can build a rifle.
Yeah, but if you're no, that's not how that works. Rifles don't stop
it's a
cav
good.
arty.
Eh,
What
if they
stops
don't
cav
stop
arty
it,
is
the
being
buys you
able to
time.
actually use your gold and just spam out a bunch of cheap stuff and upgrade them all. Like it
That's a
actually hurt.
valid point.
It hurts you in defending a cav arty push. I
I
think a
don't.
2 is somewhat generous even. Like this is a bad unit. Like I understand the railroad utility. That's the
I,
positive utility, but it's a lot
I
of
think.
negative utility here too.
But it's got
I
move.
think
It's got one extra move. Like that's 100% relevant.
I think it's a good rifle.
Yeah, like I think it is a good rifle too.
4.
It delays cavalry by quite a bit, maybe even to the point where you can get cavalry yourself.
I mean, it is worth noting that Canada is a civ where you're gonna have a lot of gold, but Canada is also a civ where you're probably like want to be commerce, and it's not unreasonable to like have commerce done by industrialization, and then you just buy a bunch of these. Like Hawks's point about converting gold to units is fair, and Canada does have a lot of gold, but because Canada has a lot of gold, it wants to be commerce.
I mean, you
Which means
you want to get Big Ben, right? Like that's
yeah.
you're getting Big Ben and
So,
you're getting purchasing. So like
yeah, so the counterpoint to what Hawks is saying is just like on another civ maybe, but Canada doesn't really mind having the rifle there because you just buy it.
all right. Hawks, let's start with you.
2.
Kubo.
Does this even obsolete muskets?
Or
Yeah, it does.
It shouldn't, because
Ash.
muskets obsolete. Because units obsolete at the tech belonging to their next thing, right? That's why you can build swords at the same time as you build Denmark unique unit. So it shouldn't obsolete muskets.
I think 4.
I think it's 4.
Glosson. Okay. Mega's unit.
Mega's unit 7.
He said this is like the best unit in the game.
Yeah, but Mega says a lot of things.
Like, what do they do?
it
They
is a really, really good unit.
they're horses that get like bonus attacking from higher terrain, right?
Yeah, and you can attack
Yeah,
from.
well, this is a 15 strength free movement horseman
Is it?
that has minus 10% to everything that's near it. So it's more like a 17 strength horseman.
Oh,
And
has
it also
to-
gets 20% when it attacks from the higher elevation and it pushes things back. So it's a knight.
Okay.
And it can
Alright.
go over mountains.
And it can go over mountains because Carthage. All right, fine. 8.
Nah, it's not an 8. It's like a 7.
I think it's a 7.
Somewhere between 7 and 8.
It's a horseman. Like horses are not very good though. Like
Yeah, I mean horses are a good unit. They're just like they run into the pike problem.
yeah.
But I guess they're not a good unit. I think 7
It's at horseback. You can definitely attack people with this and have them not have pikes.
But this is also one of the best defensive units in the game, right? On your own roads, you cycle into crossbows, or you cycle into like
So here's the point: is this a good enough unit that you would build them in anticipation of doing a cavalry? And the answer-
Mega would say yes.
I've seen Mega do it, and it's been pretty good. Like you don't often go cavalry from coast, but like, I think it's fair to give this a 7. Like, it's got good enough promotions to upgrade it all the way to a cav.
Mm-hmm.
People who play Carthage, they don't think of this unit because they think of all of the other excellent things that
Yeah.
Carthage does, but this unit is very underrated in my opinion and is very, very strong.
So what's your rank?
I think it's an 8.
Okay. Clausen. Hawks.
Like 4 because you don't use this unit. Like it's a good unit, but when have you ever?
So contrarian.
I'm not trying to be contrarian. I'm just like,
I know. You're just thinking of it in a different system.
like I've how often do you use this unit when you play Carthage?
Ask
Never.
Mega.
Never.
Now, like that's why I can't rank it highly. Like I understand that it can be good, but you just don't use it. So if you don't use a unit, then why would you rank it highly?
I mean, if I want to use this unit, I'm gonna use it with great effect.
Sure, but what percentage of your Carthage games do you use this unit?
But that's more
For the
saying
sheer
something
fact
about
that Mega is gonna watch this just to see what we put as this number, I'm gonna give it a 7, so I don't get flamed.
That's probably wise.
That's like a reason to give it a 4. Just entertainment value.
Pictish. I feel like this is when this was a sword, it was so much better.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, it still gets good tributes. It can, like, on another Civ that wasn't Celts, it would be amazing because it gets you a Pantheon, but you're Celts, so you don't need to worry about a Pantheon.
Yeah.
It's
It's relevant
probably
for
better
tribute.
than Laputu, or at least similar to Laputu.
What does it do better than
We
Laputu?
put Laputu at 5.
But I feel like this is just worse than Laputu. When this was a sword, I'd say it's better, but it's a spear now. So
I mean, what's the combat strength on it?
It's 11 plus 20%.
Plus faith on kills.
20% doesn't apply to tributes though, which is
Yeah,
like the
that's
most
true.
relevant part of it. I'd give it a 3.
Right.
yeah,
Sure.
I think it's worse than Laputu.
Yeah.
But
3 or 4.
maybe I think it's 4, right? 4 is like what we said is like fine. It's like fine.
Yeah, it's an okay unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Here. Okay.
Cuba, you're
We'll
up.
give you your 2 minutes. All right. Let's go.
I mean, this unit's ridiculous. It just like, if you remember fighting Blitz XCOM, fighting this feels like
None of
fighting
us
Blitz
remember
XCOM.
Kuba.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
totally you.
Paint the
like,
picture.
Imagine, imagine the guy has stealth, and he shoots your city down, and then you put mobile SAMs in front of your city to have it not die. Well, this unit doesn't care about your mobile SAMs; it just goes right through and takes your city. So, yeah, it's really dumb.
But like
You don't-
but it's still a helicopter, and
It's also still an atomic.
it's also all the way in atomic.
Well,
I
it's
think-
also really tanky. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does have
SAMs
cover,
don't do
so
a
like,
whole lot of damage to this.
I mean, the classic problem that a helicopter has is that it gets fucked up by planes. It also gets fucked up by SAMs. This thing still gets fucked up by SAMs, right?
Not really. Like, it takes like 40 damage.
That's
It's
getting
like, I mean, it trades negatively into SAMs, but
But it's
doesn't
supposed
trade
to.
without negative.
It's supposed
Yeah.
to.
But like for a unit that's supposed to be the counter to this unit, I guess SAMs aren't doing everything you need them to be.
I
No.
mean, fighters are supposed to counter it too, and it doesn't take any
Well,
damage.
fighters don't do shit because it's got cover.
Well, yeah.
100% cover, really good.
I mean, what do you rank like Hawks? What's your opinion? I don't like. How do you rank a fucking helicopter? Like,
I mean, supposedly, so I'll trust Cuba that this is a broken unit, but it's a helicopter, so it's not actually providing you much value. So I'll give it a 5.
Well,
I-
the thing is, it's 10 move ignore Zoc,
Yeah,
ignore
okay.
train trust.
It,
Right.
it's
and
it's
can
five-
take cities. And can take cities.
It's
Also,
5 with the understanding that like I wouldn't be giving any other unit, like I wouldn't be giving other units you could make this late a high rating either.
I mean, I'd give it like I think it has to be somewhere between like a 7 or an 8 because like it kind of breaks the rules of late game warfare with the ignore Zoc. Helicopter promos are really strong. Like
Yeah.
I think this is a 9, and I think this is era defining. Actually,
I think
I
you
think
can make the argument
this-
that it's era defining.
I definitely do that. Okay. That was our 3 minutes. Ashwin, go.
9.
Okay. Clausen.
8. I don't think it could be
Kuba.
9.
Hawks.
5. It's like you can't have a unit at a 9 if it's in the atomic era.
9. I agree with that.
I kind of agree with that. I'm gonna give it an 8. Okay. I'll talk about Chuko news. Chukos are fucking. I think they're good. Like, I know they're squishy as shit, and if you can't really attack someone who's got better sim than you, but it is the definition of a meat grinder. Like, this thing will eat people.
But the problem with that is that if you can't attack someone with better sim than you on China, that means that in a good lobby you can't attack someone. China doesn't.
Not necessarily. I mean, you can, like, if you've ever played Honor China and you
Yeah.
go Chukos, it's disgusting. Like,
They have quick study, right?
uh,
just-
I don't know.
No, they just shoot
they
twice.
shoot twice.
So
They're just they're insane. Like, you post up Chuka news, you take some damage, and then everything in front of you dies.
yeah,
And
I mean,
and then they fill those tiles again, and then you kill them all again, and then you just
Miyada tried. I remember that game where Miyada tried to cav Gaufat, and Gaufat just had a bunch of these and just stopped it.
yeah, that was fucking annoying game. Uh, I think, like, especially with when they're promoted, when they're, you know, when you're Honor, this thing is disgusting. Like, it can be, but again, it's a weak crossbow. I'm not saying it's really good. I just was going into this under the assumption that a lot of people think Chugos are bad and China's like not a good attacking civ. But I fundamentally disagree. Like, obviously they're even better for defense, but I think for attacking, Chukanus could be really, really strong. Like, I'd give this easily like a 6.
I think Chukas are a 9. I think Chukas are one of the best units in the game.
I think that's overrating them.
I don't think they're a 9. I mean, like, if you've ever tried fighting, like, Gao's that only worked for Gao because his units were really promoted from his fight with Hoi, and Miyota was kind of half-assing that attack. When you're trying to when you're pushing with Chukanus, it's really hard to hold tiles because the knights can cycle on you and then they'll just pop. But
Wait,
it's phenomenal for defense.
what do you mean?
Well, the thing is, if you're a new player attacking someone with Chukos, and the person you're attacking into is also a new player and he's trying to defend,
Then
with
this is a
you're
10.
just gonna melt.
Then
them.
this is a 10. In that
Yeah.
situation, then this is a 10.
I mean, I think 6 doesn't seem unreasonable. Crossbows are a good unit.
Ashwin,
It's
you haven't said anything.
I'm abstaining. I don't know enough about this unit to say anything smart.
Hawks.
I'm also in that spot.
I also like it's kind of weird because I was also going to say that. I mean, if just to give some number, I would give it a 6 because I don't think it's a good attacking unit, but really good in defense
Feels
probably.
right. 6 feels right.
All right, let's just give it a 6 then. This is era defining. I 100% think this is like my neighbor is China.
I
Like,
accept your judgment on that one.
All
Colombia.
right, we don't need to talk about this one, right?
this is a 1.
It's a 2.
Go on and move
No,
on.
this
That's
is
a one.
I think
this
it's
is a
a
1.
one.
No,
What
this
it
is
does.
fucking.
Fine, it's a 1.
It's a 1. Like, this unit is worse than
Should
a
we?
Cav.
Yeah, should
I
we
mean,
talk
it got
about why
buffed.
it's worse?
Wait, it got buffed. It's not worse than a cab anymore, is it? It got buffed
Did
in
it
the
get-
last match. It's the same
Did it
comp.
get buffed?
Well, you're not allowed to.
It got buffed.
It
Colombia
didn't
just
because we're
really
not.
bad.
You can't play
It-
Colombia because the Civ's busted.
That's true, but it is technically up to 34. So
I don't think you can give it a 1 anymore just because like it got buffed, so now it just obligatory has to be a 2 because it's no longer strictly worse than a cav.
mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
But if
Two
it's
if it got buffed.
if it's a Cav that can now fortify, then that's just better, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
really
like
not-
strictly better than a
But, like,
better than a cav by like.
why are
almost
you
0.
fortifying a Cav?
I mean,
It's worse than a calf because if you accidentally fortify it, then you take 50% from RDs.
only if they're taking that promo on the RD, which like there's no guarantee that they are.
You are aware most people take volley. Like,
Okay,
the
but,
vast
like,
majority of people take
these
volley.
things can stand in forts.
That's true.
I think just that gate makes it a 2.
All right, we can give it a 2.
Can't believe I'm arguing for a Linero, but yeah, 2.
What is this unit like? It is. I've seen people push with this unit, but is it
I've tried pushing Hoi with this unit. Remember that
tried? Did it work?
you were in the game. That was
I
the
don't
game
remember.
where that was the game where we mirrored each other.
Oh, I remember this game.
Yeah.
You were not the Civ.
Yes, I was.
No.
Yes, I was.
What
Hoi
is
was
it?
playing
It's
Japan.
Yeah,
Or
Hoi was
he-
playing Japan, and I was trying to kill him. This fucking sucked.
And Hawks was killing me on the other coast.
You know, he was killing Mega.
No, I killed Mega. Ryan
Oh,
Ryan killed you. I killed Alex.
Right,
and then I
right,
went
right.
to kill Mega.
It was the
Ryan
game
killed
where I
Mega.
was having a miserable time. was the game.
It's
No,
like
you were
a
Columbia, weren't you?
What?
Yeah, you were definitely Colombia. You were not
You were
Cuba.
Columbia. Because you just threw like an army of like knights and muskets and cannons at me, and I just died.
No, I said I was Colombia.
no.
That's what I was saying.
This
Oh, I
unit.
thought you were saying you were Cuba.
No, 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 I wasn't Cuba. No, Cuba. I was Colombia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right, Guerreros.
Yeah, this
sorry,
unit.
we thought you were
it's
talking
like
about.
what is it? It's like a 40-something strength unit.
It's a GUI that comes like at
You get it for
At
free.
ideology.
You get it for free though. Like
you get 2 for free. I think it's a fine unit. I don't think it's very good, but like
it's pretty.
GUI coming at ideology makes the Civ difficult to cavalry.
Really?
I mean, I kill people with this. This unit.
It's got a cool icon.
It's-
It's a gun.
Yeah, it does have a cool icon. I mean,
oh my
it's good-
god, give it a 10.
It's good for. I don't think it's just defense. Like it's good for like post industrial arty push because it's a great.
It
front
gives me the vibe for what the other gorillas do. The village.
It has 3 movement, right?
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of just
Like-
a GUI.
It has.
Yeah,
3
but
movement,
it's
right?
a GUI when people don't have access to cav or rifles.
What? It's at IDEO.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an idea. I don't know that like you also need
You'll
units
have
like
Cav. You choose between Cav and IDEO. What do you mean?
Well, if somebody next to you is going IDEO, then you can kill them with this. And if they're not going IDEO,
But
then
you
you're probably
like
gonna
how,
have
what's
cav.
what's the attack that you're doing? You're just slamming these 2 GUIs you get into their city.
yeah, like
you're just
you need some kind of
well, you can build them once you get the IDEO, and you can buy them once you get the IDEO.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe for like a commerce push.
All
I
right,
think-
what's your ranking? Like I'm curious. Wait.
I think it's like a 6. I think
No
this
way.
unit-
A GUI can't be a 6 in my opinion, except
No.
like this one.
I mean, I don't think it's useful.
not
to
a
talk about
GUI.
this like
This
a-
is-
it's like a rifle.
It's a rifle in
Yeah,
my,
it is a
in
rifle.
my mind. Like
I think it's a 5.
Ashwin.
I think this Civ is really scary because I think you kind of have to go Cav Arty next to this Civ. And they can just go for IDEO and hold you.
I don't
And
think
it's
it's
really
that.
But
dumb.
like you can't hold with this unit.
I mean, it's for like it's got like. I mean, how does this thing compare to like, for example, like a Fenian?
Like it's
It's
just
better.
straight up worse. No, it's
What?
so much.
No, it's more expensive. It's more expensive.
Athenian is insane.
Fenians are insane, but
Well,
like
this has more strength than the Fenian.
it also comes at industrial. You can't upgrade them, which is worth noting. You can't upgrade into them.
Yes.
Actually, do these things obsolete rifles?
No.
So you can upgrade into them after you tech rifling.
Yeah, but you have to have.
It's the
rifles.
jankiest
Yeah,
unit
That's
ever.
relevant. That's relevant for like a post.
It's
post-
so
post-
janky. Like what?
It's a janky unit, but like it's a good janky unit. I'd give it a 5.
I think it's like in my mind this is era defining. Like I think this is. Really
I
scary.
I refuse to put that for a GUI. I'm sorry. Like no.
I mean, again, it's not a GUI, it's a rifle. But like, I think
Whatever for a rifle. It's
I
insane.
think it's a 5.
Hawks.
Better than a combat engineer.
5.
What? Ashwin.
4.
Kuba.
Better.
6.
5.
Yeah,
All right.
Better than a combat engineer.
I do have like boats and shit on here.
I think
Just-
that's reasonable.
So what are long ships? I think long ships are really good.
Long ships
Yeah,
are
I
insane.
mean, it's a pure utility unit.
Yep. And it
But it
definitely.
also enables mini timings.
Yep.
Longship.
Well,
like,
we'll
seven.
actually we'll do like berserker and longship at the same time because they're kind of complementary.
I think a longship's like a 7.
I mean, I'd put a longship higher than a berserker, personally.
Well, I think
put 'em both
Berserker
at
is
7.
7, so I think Longship's an 8.
Yeah,
I think
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking. 8 and 7.
I'd accept that. I still think longship is a 7, but like
I mean, just the like it scales so well. Like
it does.
it's obsoletes
Utility.
essentially at steam power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
And like I think it's worth noting, like, as long as like we're talking about this, like, if we put Sparapet as high as we did, and I insisted on that, I think I don't have grounds to stand on to put Longship lower than
I mean, I just treat this as parapet wasn't in this sheet because if I did, I would have to vote everything 9 out of 10.
We admire your
I'm
restraint.
glad I got my 8 out of
We
10.
admire your restraint. All right, Egypt. I feel like this unit's just so irrelevant. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing in base game, but spears get promotion against chariots in Lek. So.
it's just this. It's just like a chariot. It's literally just a chariot without a horse
okay.
cost, right?
I
Yeah.
feel like we can just put a 2 and move on. Anyone against?
3, because
3.
like if you do chariot someone, it's very relevant to be able to hide your horse count.
That's true. And it's a great chariot.
Okay.
But, like,
Okay. I
Also-
buy that.
it also can move on hills, right?
No.
No.
No,
What?
Okay.
that would be very different.
Yeah.
We are
said
saving
you
those
love
10 out of 10s for later. Don't worry.
I
Koopa's
guess-
with me.
I guess I'm thinking of the horse archer.
And
Yeah,
the
you are.
and the India one.
This is so good.
Longbows. I feel like this unit's just like disappointing.
7.
It's just disappointing. I don't know.
It's a 7.
How the fuck is it a 7?
It's
Dude,
a really good
it-
crossbow.
it doesn't have
Honestly,
indirect
doesn't
fire.
really want to do crossbows.
it doesn't have indirect fire. Like it just
Fine, it's 6.
most of the time you're just shooting 2 tiles anyway.
All right, fine. I'll leave it at 6. I will say,
Austin,
very
did you
good.
ever longbow someone?
No, so one thing it's very good for is frigate defense, and England is a civ that does sometimes get frigated because they're terrified of being ship of the line, so they just go there first.
But wouldn't it just make
I
more
don't
sense
think
to
this
go
is
ship
good
of the
for-
line?
Well, you do.
this-
You're not gonna get there in time.
No, this is actively worse than regular crossbows for frigate defense because they're more expensive than a crossbow and you're not shooting 3
Wait.
tiles.
These things are more expensive.
I think so.
I straight up didn't know that. If that's true, fine. It's not a 7.
And I can
Alright.
pull up.
They're the exact same cost.
All right, I
Yeah, they're
repeal
not
my
that
ranking.
expensive. And I don't know about in Lek, but in base game, it's real easy. You just build 2 scouts and you keep them with side promos. It's real easy to shoot 3 tiles. They're busted in base game.
Yeah, in
Well,
base game they're the
Swiss
best unit.
Ladder, right?
But the terrain in
I mean,
Lek
chickenoos are better
is-
than base game. But yeah, I think they're better than what people are saying now, personally. I mean, it's a coastal civ. When do you use crossbows?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is you're
Yeah,
never
it's like-
you're never using this unit.
I mean, I tried to use this unit against 404. It didn't go particularly well.
That was so funny.
Well, that says a lot because
That was so funny. That game was hilarious.
5?
I don't know. Like it's just a 4. It's just fine. Like you're
4
never.
because you just don't use it.
Yeah, you're never building this.
Fine.
Like
Fine.
I feel like a unit. If it's really good, you're gonna build it. Like you're gonna do it. I
All
mean,
right, fine. 4.
I guess the difference is like
So let's
India.
talk about the ship of the line.
All right, chip of the line are crazy.
Yeah, these things are so good. 8.
I don't know what they do.
They're just like the best frigate, right?
They're so good. Like it's the same thing with like Assyria, where like the unit is made better by the civ. England has 2 movement, 2 sight on all its naval units. Ship of the line are just like 8 movement frigates.
So
Longer
they have
than-
5 higher combat, 5
They
higher range combat strength
they
than a normal
zoom around
frigate.
the map and kill people.
And they're cheaper. They get like double Great Lighthouse for free.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
so
hate-
that's an important, like we're ranking the unit with the civ, right? So like this is ship of the
Yeah.
line on England.
I think it's a 7 or an 8. Like it is a. I think it's absolutely.
It's definitely air
defining.
defiant. Yep.
Like this unit is really good. You cannot play against England without being terrified of ship of the line.
It's a 6 because like they're still not good enough to build over privateers, right?
No, they are.
No, I doubt it.
I think ship of the
But it's
line.
like it's
Or
good
one
because you
unit,
still get they're still cheaper, so you get to upgrade more for your frigate push, and they still are good because you have some frigates with your push, right? It's I don't think you built them after you had navigation, but they're still nice to have for a push.
I mean, they're higher combat strength. They're higher, like 5 higher range combat strength. I
They're
think
also
it's,
higher melee strength.
that's what I said. They're higher combat strength.
Okay, yeah.
It's I don't know. I think this unit's really good. Like
7's reasonable.
Yeah, I think 7's reasonable. I feel like this is like when you play against England on the coast, you're scared because they're gonna have this unit, and it's just I don't know. And you can upgrade into it. Ashwin, were you're consistent?
I mean, part of that's just England stuff, right? Like England is also like a terrifying battleship civ because it sees everything and it moves really fast. Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's true.
I think 7.
Does anyone want to do a scrimmage? In here.
We were trying to find enough for Weeby, but Care went AFK, so we're probably at 5 or 6 again.
Sorry, Ryan, you're probably gonna have to cut this bit.
Yeah, whatever. Probably. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just gonna say fuck it. Post the whole thing. If you care, you'll watch it. I'll put like I'll like make a list of all the timestamps, I guess. What is for Ethio? I feel like this unit's like pretty good. It's pretty good, right?
Long rifle.
Yeah, it's a great unit.
It's really good to upgrade. Like I love upgrading this unit into infantry because it keeps that promo.
I mean,
you can do stepped strats with this, where you just build it and people don't attack you, and you get second in a tournament game.
look, I don't want to talk about that.
speaking of tournament games, there's a very good, like, I think it was the first finals game we had where Tom defended Hoy's RD push with these guys, with the Ethiopia unit.
Yeah.
I mean, Abraxas also kind of won the game thanks to that unit because he just built 20 of them and I didn't attack him.
6. This feels like a 6.
I feel like this is a 6. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, here's a big one.
Controversial. I love sissies.
Every time I've used this unit, it's been disappointing. Every single time.
I think it's an 8.
It's strong as fuck, but is it like?
I mean,
One of the
the
things-
thing about sissies is they don't worry about oil.
Yeah, that's true.
That makes them a much faster timing than land ships. They have promos against armor units. They're not irrelevant fighting land ships.
No, they're good into land ships.
They're a great unit. I think it's an 8. I think it's very hard to defend. It's doable, but it's very difficult. It's on a civ that can very easily reach them. Like, you're gonna be relevant with Finland. It's a great civ.
I mean, I think on Finland, sissies are great, right? Like, I think they make Finland so much better. It gives you a balance to your really strong early game.
It gives you something to play towards. I think it's like totally an 8.
Ashwin?
I don't think this unit's very good.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good. In particular, like modern and atomic wars, you're gonna want to be using that army like for the rest of the game, but the sissy goes obsolete very quickly in the sense that it's hard to use it after your initial push.
I kind of disagree with that. It doesn't go obsolete in like the same way that like other units go obsolete. It just it's when you get it, it's very strong, and then when you're fighting when everyone else has land ships, it's still a usable unit. It's just not anything special anymore.
This gets a promo against armored units, right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
only 25. It's 25 on
I
base
thought,
strength.
I thought it was 33.
No, it's 25.
Should pull up the document.
The document's obsoleted. I literally have Civ open right now. So it's only fighting it around 62 strength, whereas a land ship fights at 90.
Yeah, but you get but it's ranged unit, so it's not taking damage.
It is if you're frontlining it.
But I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, but,
The pillage is actually kind of cool. It ignores terrain costs. It can move really well, which is kind of the problem with a lot of these machine gun stuff. I'm not saying I don't think it's that good of a unit, but I don't think it's bad.
Well, I'm willing to be persuaded from an 8 down to a 7. I don't think I can go lower than a 7.
Ultimately, I don't think you're
I'm-
making the choice. But
I'm gonna vote 6.
I also would give it a 6. I mean, I feel like there's gonna be people who don't really play much and are gonna be like, "Oh my god, what the fuck? Sissies are 6." But
It is a beloved unit.
it is a very beloved unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 sounds fine. They're They're good. They're good units.
Okay.
If you have a lot of hammers, you can deal with them
I am
pretty easily.
totally outvoted.
Musketeers.
What did we rank Minutemen? 3?
No, okay. This is different. Like musketeers are like kind of
I'll give
legit.
it a 4.
Musketeers are like, okay, these are annoying to deal with.
It's better than a Minuteman
I mean, it's 4 combat strength higher
than
than a regular musket. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
But like, it's not gonna stop cavalry. It's an annoying unit. And it is
I've
your
been,
thing too. You do get chateaus. And
I've
chateaus
been
are
teamed
close.
at crossbows multiple times as friends, and I put this unit on a citadel every time. It just doesn't go away.
Yeah, like
No, I mean, it's great for fighting against crossbows, but how often are you fighting muskets against crossbows?
Well, every time I play friends.
no, but even against arties, unless the guy has a ton of arty, like you're still gonna have to shoot this thing with arty a lot to get it down low enough to start
Three times?
cycling calves.
4 times? Like, yeah, that's a lot, but like, I don't know. 5? I was going to say 4, but like 5, I guess.
I mean, 28 combat strength's a lot. Like I'm fortified on a chateau. Like that's.
Like- Musket though.
I know it's a musket. I'm not saying this is gonna be high, but I'm saying like this is not your average musket.
All right.
5 sounds accurate.
I think 5. I think 5 is. I'm fine with 5. Like I think this unit's like a good reason. You like okay, like not that there's a reason to ever play aesthetics, but I think that this is like a possible deterrent from someone arting you if you're aesthetics.
I mean, the problem is if you're tall aesthetics, you don't have the hammers. I do think that's a valid point to white aesthetics, and I actually really do like white aesthetics. I also hate tall aesthetics with burning passion.
Yeah, we'll give it a 5. Ashwin, you've played with this unit before, right?
Nope. I don't click it.
Frank's the Saxman.
Oh, Frank's. I thought we were still in France.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually think it's okay. It's not good. It's okay.
Okay. I feel like longswords just suck, like in general. Like
Well, the one
It's-
thing they do have is they've got the free cover, which is an astoundingly relevant promotion.
yes,
That's
agreed.
It's insanely good against crossbows because you can also if you just have one promo, you get double cover.
it's
You
also
actually can take cover 2 after cover 1.
yeah. It's also at chivalry, which means that you can get these and also get knights. So like
Wait, that's
they find,
chivalry?
like-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a chivalry. So like that's like a point in its favor because if you're fighting crossbows, you can just go straight to chivalry instead of like having to go crossbows and chivalry, and like you get this unit, you like frontline it, and then meanwhile you have knights cycle behind armoreds. Great for controlling tiles. Works really well with knights.
Okay, I'm sold. What do you guys rank
It's
it?
just really hard to kill this unit because you don't want to cycle knights on a longsword really,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you definitely can't kill it with crossbows if you have a single barracks promo.
As a defensive unit, it plays its role very well.
So what would you put it?
6.
I'd play 6.
I give it a 5.
Again, Frank's kind of shit sieve, so
Yeah.
I don't think you can go as high as a 6 on this unit, but like I think it's very fair to give it a 5.
Kuba.
3. That does not convince me.
I mean, it's real. And the point is, it's super hard to to attack Franks at crossbows.
I mean, to me, it ranks like pretty much the same as Musketeer.
It's
It's the same principle.
it's not a like you don't get it at crossbows though.
It's not unreasonable to make it to chivalry. Like, say you're doing the like Liberty aqueducts into civil, which by the way, the existence of the Saxman makes that play much safer because you know that you can go straight guilds into chivalry if you're being crossbowed. Like, it's not like unreasonable to expect to make it there.
Mm-hmm. I think 5's fair. Gaul unit.
Definitely
This
better than the
unit's
Frank's.
terrible.
Isn't it good at attacking? Doesn't it have like a 50% attacking promo or something?
No,
If-
it's got a
if-
50%
it's-
forest.
If it's in a forest.
Yeah.
But
You don't have any force
they're all
because you're playing
chopped.
Liberty.
Yeah, they don't chop them. And especially if you're next to gulls, you're definitely chopping the forest.
Yeah, exactly.
I
It's like,
mean,
this Civ is so good at killing people, and this unit is just like, I get why this unit's so shit, because if it was actually good, it would be oppressive. But like,
people kill people with the noble swordsman and mistake the noble swordsman being good for Gaul being good. If it makes sense what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never been impressed with this unit.
Or
Like,
vice versa, I guess. Like, people think the noble swordsman's good because Gaul is
it's
really
great into noobs because noobs won't chop,
good. Yeah.
and you'll just have so these things will be so tanky. Like,
Gaul is already great at killing noobs.
yeah, yeah. All right, Hawks, do you want to start?
4. I think it's still a decent unit, but there isn't much room for longsword timings.
Yeah,
And it's not like it's not an oppressive unit.
I agree with that. Kuba,
3.
Ash,
4.
Clausen.
3.
I'll give it a 4. All right, Georgia. Does anyone
I
like
love this unit.
Kuba? You used this unit kind of recently, right?
Sort of. It's a nice unit. Like, the thing is, it comes up like, you have to go crossbows for this unit, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's a silly tech, and I know, like, it has a lot of strength, but again, like, it very much locks you into one play, basically.
But like that play is a really good play. Like,
Yeah, but
I
it's almost bad if you're getting classical ward.
oh yeah, like, but like, I mean, the thing is, it's a sword, and if you're getting classical ward, like, it's not that big a deal to just have spears. Spears are totally fine frontline.
I mean, swords, like, if this unit was at ironworking, it would shut everything down, basically.
But like, given that it's at guilds, on the way to crossbows, like, it just makes Georgia such a like crossbow civ. You like chain your golden age.
No, yeah, I mean it's really this enables Liberty crossbows on Georgia, like for sure.
Yeah, like 100%. I think it's. I'd put it at like at least a 4, maybe a 5.
Ashwin,
I'm gonna abstain on this one. I trust Kuba.
Hawks.
I also want to abstain on this one because I haven't I haven't seen this be used because Georgia's such a new civ.
It's such a strange unit because it's very good at the thing it does, and it has very bad utility at anything else. I don't know. Call it a 5, maybe.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
I've never used the unit, so I don't know.
I've used it like twice. It's a fun unit. Like, it's hard to judge because one of those times was killing a noob. But like, I think it was killing Big Crusher actually. But it's a very fun unit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got ignore terrain costs and like,
Yeah, no, I mean ignore terrain cost on a sword is definitely big, but isn't it only in Golden Age and stuff like that? So,
yeah,
it has
no,
20%
it's ignore
on
terrain
golden
cost and 20% golden age.
oh, okay, gotcha.
It's, like, not negligible.
Yeah,
Also,
okay,
like,
that's definitely better than I thought.
Yeah.
Um.
Make it
Okay, Panzers.
7, maybe 8.
These
Ashwin.
are really good. Yeah, I say 7.
Really?
It's the atomic era problem, and like people aren't gonna let you get to Panzers, but like, it's a really really good tank.
Like Germany does sort of make a tank timing work. A lot of times you see your landships and you go to tanks and you think, how much am I really getting off upgrading into tanks? When you're playing Germany, you're getting quite a lot off of it.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree.
It's susceptible to a lot of the same problems that all tanks do, which is that bombers really just mess them up, and we're in a strong bomber meta right now.
But like, it's a great unit.
It's a great unit. I think it's a 7. I just don't think it's like I don't think you could ever put it higher.
All right, yeah,
7.
7 seems reasonable. 7 seems right.
I thought you were gonna say like 10 or something.
They're really good, but I just don't put my faith in tanks right now.
Tanks are good. It's a unit where I'm always happy that like when it gets to be used.
Yeah. No,
It also,
I feel that way too.
it's also worth noting Germany's kind of a weird civ because Germany always wants to be Patro, maybe sometimes Commerce, but usually Patro, and like as a result of that, you're kind of like Patro kind of wants to be going to planes rather than tanks in my experience. But like Germany is a good Panzer's a good reason to go to tanks instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 for 3.
Ulan.
I like this unit. It has the pike button though.
I have slammed.
17 strength charge.
Yeah, charge really good.
This
Yeah.
unit is also kind of new in the sense that for like 2 years prior, Golden Horde was unplayable.
Playable.
And then the
Yeah,
2 years
it was-
before that, it was batshit broken.
Yeah.
And so always banned, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and this
No one
this
ever-
unit was
no one's
buffed
really- yeah.
since the Golden Horde was OP. It got
I mean-
given charge.
Yeah, charge really good.
Charge is definitely really good.
17 strength, attacking into a pike with charge, attacking into a damaged pike. Like it should trade favorably, right?
It
I mean,
trades
you
about
also you get
equal, but-
cycling on it,
Trades about equal. You get cycling, and you can get flanking.
and yeah, flanking.
It's also at civil, which like means that like it's a sim tech where you can push someone, so it's kind of nice.
Is this more of an attacking or defending unit, or is it just like both?
I think it's an
Both.
incredible defending unit.
Oh
Yeah, it's incredibly. But like, would you attack someone with this unit?
I would.
No, I wouldn't.
I would do it. I
I would do it,
prefer-
but I'm not like I would do it in a random free for all, but that's because this is fun. I'm not sure if I would do it in a tournament.
It's also kind of weird because you kind of want to be attacking Liberty because they're less likely to be at civil than like tradition, but then you're fighting into more hammers. Great unit for killing piety.
Every unit's a good unit for killing.
That's true.
I mean, what would you put it? I think this is like a solid like 4, maybe a 5.
No, I think 4 seems right. It's a good unit, it's a fun unit, but like it's not anything particularly like. It feels kind of weird with the Noble Swordsman at 4, but like it takes a unit where there otherwise wouldn't be any sort of timing and makes like a fine timing.
Again,
Noble Swordsman at 4. How is that not a 3? Anyway, yeah, I think Ulan's a 4.
All right, Goth unit. I think this is era defining.
I mean, this unit does almost nothing. It has 1 more combat strength. That's it.
But it heals.
I mean,
It heals.
road
It's
thing
with
doesn't
Goth.
work.
It's with
it
Goth.
has its
Yeah.
staples Goth. We're not talking about like longswords here. We're talking about how good Goth is.
Yeah, we're talking about how good Goth unit is, not
I mean,
not
the
CS
thing
gift
about-
unit.
The thing about Goth is just that Goth makes longswords work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the
it's
unit?
a Golf Longsword. I'm not sure why there is a unique unit there, but
I agree.
7 feels right.
I think 7's a little high.
6. Yeah, I can see that.
6.
I mean, Goth is
I
Alright.
think it's
always
a 7. Like,
Hawks, you're
It's
not saying
7.
anything.
I mean, I think it's like, again, it's just a question of whether are we considering the +1 movement and +25 healing?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
if Goths didn't have this
No, you
unique
are.
unit, then it
You
wouldn't
are.
be much different. I mean, it's really strong. It's so hard to rank because it's so intertwined with the Civ. I'd give it a 6, I guess.
I mean, you're supposed to rank it intertwined with the Civ.
Yeah, but
feels
then we should just rate every New Zealand unit as top 20.
What?
I mean,
Okay. Yeah, I get.
Hoplite.
Hoplite.
This thing's so strong.
This thing is disgustingly strong for no reason.
it's such a dumb unit, but like
6.
I would never use this unit unless I get a spear upgrade.
Is this era defining? Like, I don't know.
No, it's not air defining.
I would give it a 7 with the sense that Like we gave the Laputo a 5, and this is just a lot better.
Yeah.
I think
It's
it's
more
a
combat
6,
strength.
given that Laputo is a 5. Like, because like the tribute thing, it has the same tribute thing going as Laputo. It's just also good at fighting people. I mean, I personally think the Laputo is a little bit high, but whatever.
So wait, what is significant about this unit versus the Laputa?
It's stronger by 1 combat strength, if I remember correctly.
No, it's this. They're the same. They're the same combat strength.
I thought Hoplite was 14.
No, I have it pulled up. They're both 13.
Oh, okay. Then there's no
Same as
difference.
the
is there?
Laputa.
Okay, so same as Laputo. I thought it was stronger.
Me too. I thought it was like 15 for some reason.
I know it was very strong at some point.
It
I-
used to be 14.
Yeah, okay. Alright, if it's the same as Laputo, then it's basically...
There's
then
no
it's-
way they nerfed Greece. Is this Civilopedia wrong? Like,
No, it
Yeah,
can't
they
be wrong.
nerfed the hoplite.
Sad.
It was too oppressive.
Alright, stick it at 5 then. If it's exactly the same as Laputo, then stick it at 5.
but Laputa gets some sim bonus.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
but
doesn't
no
even
one ever
I'm
uses
I'm
convinced that-
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Heavy Chariot.
I
Is Naval's?
no.
Sad.
I mean, I feel like the heavy chariot in general is like okay. It just allows you to just exclusively build chariots.
Yeah. No cost and stronger melee. I mean, it doesn't pop to spears.
It does not pop to spears. Yeah.
It's one of these units that, okay, this is not good at attacking, but if somebody tries to attack you, then well,
You're in for yeah. It's
yeah, this Civ can't die before crossbows basically, and this unit is a part of that.
this is why I picked them in the first finals, by the way. Okay. So what do you put them, Kuba?
Probably a 6. Not dying, like not having to worry about honor players is pretty good.
Yeah,
That feels really high.
that does feel really high.
I was gonna say like a 3 or 4.
It's not a 3 or 4, right? Because chariots in general are really good units.
I mean, it feels like a 4 to me, but like I
Like
could see it
before,
in
we
a
were
way.
talking about how chariots were irrelevant when we were talking about Egypt.
No, so we're saying that Egypt chariot is irrelevant. Like it doesn't do anything different. The only thing that it does different is hide your horse count. Which is relevant for sure, but
This thing's also.
But I mean,
not-
chariots aren't super relevant in Lek. Full stop.
They're okay.
I think they're good.
I mean, except for the 2 that are coming up.
I mean, chariots is a timing. Like it's a really early timing. It's a gimmicky timing almost, but it definitely is timing. This is more of a defensive, and this is a defensive chariot. So
I'd give it a 4.
I think 4 is fair.
I don't really feel comfortable putting it higher than a 4.
All right, this next one, this is like a 10, right? Like I'm not kidding. Like I genuinely think
Yeah,
this is a 10.
I think it's a 9.
Yep. Yeah, 10's fine.
I think it's a 9, but like I
Ashwin.
could.
9.
Okay, if
10.
if
It's
it
really good.
if not 10, then what is?
Impy.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, this is as good as MP though.
I'm not sure anything other than an Impy is a 10, and I think the way like
This India war elephant is disgusting. Like
okay, the India War Elephant is
I think
maybe
the
a
war
better
elephant is probably better than the Huns one. Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
crazy.
It's what? It's Feared Elephant, and it has the same promo as Iabids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can go
I
on
think-
terrain. There's no terrain
Yeah.
penalty. It just has one less
Yeah, I mean,
movement.
War
The
Elephant
only
is
reason,
clearly
the
a
only
10.
reason I'm not gonna give the War Elephant a 10 is because it's India.
No, War Elephant's a 10. Like that, you can't defend that unit.
You literally can't. Like
But you can. But the problem is you're playing India. So the way you defend India isn't by building units. It's by building.
no,
networks.
you're wrong. Shut up, Glosson, shut up. No, like actually
No, serious.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Huns. Is the
Absolutely
war
not.
elephant better than the horse archer? Because I'd say yes.
I would also
Yes.
say
No,
yes. I
we're
think-
considering it stable to the Civ, right? And Huns is such an insane hammer Civ as well that
Yeah.
like it's one of the best early hammer Civs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think I would put it at a 10. I changed my mind.
Okay.
Like
I
if I
don't-
see Hunt's neighbor me, I'm building spears.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
That's
Alright.
the best here.
Black Arquebus.
I love this unit.
It's really
this is era
good.
defining, actually.
It is era defining. It creates a timing where there wasn't otherwise one.
It
I
defines
I
multiple
don't
eras,
think
right?
this creates a timing. I think this creates an irrelevance for 2 players every time.
No, it's really good at grinding someone out.
Yep. It's a very grindy, like,
Yeah, but if they know
Shooting
what
musket is
they're
really hard to
doing,
stop.
they're gonna kill units.
well, like the problem fighting this is just that like you're playing Hungary, which is a decent sim civ, which wants to be playing tall, which wants to be pushing tech, wants to be doing like a tall piety or a tall tradition build that like and then you get this in general you're getting this unit before they're reaching a similar timing, and that means that you're not going to be fighting calves for a while. And if you have this unit, the only thing that can really stop it is calves.
I mean, it's
Okay,
I
you
think-
are literally basing this off of one game where you had an army of gauchos and you defended my attack. Okay, that's why you are like timid to put this higher. I think this unit is really good. If
I'm just gonna vote free, and I'm not gonna argue.
Oh
it because
my
I know I can't.
Right, I'm going to ignore that vote.
this is like, ugh,
I mean, I'm like,
Just,
I'm not gonna argue with you because we would be here for like half an hour talking about this unit, and I don't think it's worthwhile.
I think it's a 6 or a 7.
Hawks.
Probably 8. It really like it can be a pre-uni timing and also like is really useful for an
It
army
can
timing.
really only be a pre-unit timing on like piety or really fast liberty. But it is a great unit.
Ashwin.
6.
I put it at 7.
No, we'll go to 7. Okay, 1.
What?
Yeah, this is a good candidate for 1.
This unit is just bad. Like it's worse than an archer.
Yep.
Can we put Aaron
you
fighting?
you lose your fucking worker. You will lose your settler. You will lose your worker. Like this unit's shit.
Can we put Arena fighting for Inca Slinger?
No.
In that
fuck.
if you build this unit on
You're
Inca,
trolling.
the only thing that can fuck up your Inca game.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's true.
All right, we're elephant 10.
This is a 10. This is just 10. This is
If we put Hard Charger at 10, then it's not a question.
yeah. This is not a question. All right.
I will say,
Next
if you ever want
one.
to fight India, if you're worried about them doing this, you don't build units, you build settlers, you plant the cities in their face, you just wait for them to go neg 10 after they kill the city.
I mean, the thing is, when you're killing cities like as India, like with these chariots, you're taking like 5 pop cities, which turn into then 2 pop cities, and you're almost at break even anyway, right? So it's like not that bad.
No, a 2-pop city on India is costing you, what, 7 happiness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally it would be
-2 at the 2-pop city.
yeah, it'd be normally 5. And if you get a 3, right? Come on, like you see where I'm going with this? Like it's not that bad.
Brian, you have to make a courthouse, and you get double unhappiness from having a occupied city. So, like, you get normally you get +2. As India, you get +4.
Okay.
So
And-
yes, the way to stop India is planting cities in their face.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying like it's really not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
All right,
Alright,
Chris
Chris
Swords.
Swords mode.
This is another one of the. Oh, this is a UU.
Like
Yeah.
a 2, I guess. I don't really
Like,
care.
like, is the random
Okay.
promo ever relevant?
Some
Yeah,
of them are kind of cool, but realistically, they're never relevant.
Well, first of all, this has 1 more strength, so this is just better. And there is invulnerability, which is 30% defending and they heal double. Like
What?
Yeah, but you have
like
to like
one of those promos is 30% defending and they heal double.
yeah, but like 1 out of 7 promos is good, or like
Yeah, I
Really,
mean
like-
the other promos are like there's a promo that has 50% while attacking.
yeah. I mean, I just don't think like I think it's a firm 2. It's just too gimmicky to like ever be consistent.
I mean, I
That's
people
just
just
3.
don't play Indonesia for this unit.
I'm with
I-
Ashwin.
I think this unit's fine. I think this unit's like a 4.
Yeah.
Hawks.
I mean, it's useful, but doesn't really do much.
I think it's a firm 2.
I think it's a 3. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a hard one to rank in my opinion
It's
because it's a rifle, which typically aren't good, but it's the best rifle.
So good,
But
though.
it's so good.
It's incredibly good.
Like,
Are you ever gonna attack anyone with this?
I'm never gonna attack anyone, but I'm gonna feel much more comfortable.
you can defend Artie with this, in my opinion.
Yeah, you can 100% defend already with this. I think it's like either a 6 or a 7.
I'm leaning 7. Like, this thing is disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, okay, I'll just pull
And it
it
just
up.
got buffed.
What? It got buffed?
It got buffed fairly recently. It went from 36 to 40 strength.
It's 40
Oh.
strength. It's 40 strength, and it's 40 less hammers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like,
Like,
what?
Yeah, like it's and Ireland wants to be wide anyway, which means that like converting the wide hammers into Fenians is fairly efficient. You just spit out a bunch of them, they meet shield arty.
And
like, you
they
can't
have
touch.
they have a sick icon. Like, actually.
That's true. They also have a sick icon. And a
Or,
cool
or
history.
you just build muskets and you upgrade muskets into these things for 10 gold.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, true.
great unit.
It's really good.
All right, 7.
Yeah, let's put it a 7.
Does it count as format defining if you just can't already Ireland?
I was thinking of that. Is
don't-
this like an era defining unit?
I don't think that can't RD Ireland is like
That's definitely inaccurate, but it's definitely like
Yeah.
if the guy is prepped, like you won't be able to arty
Yeah.
him.
I think
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be an era defining unit, but it is a very good unit. I think 7's fair. All right, Mohawks.
What is this unit even? Like,
Well, you don't want to be fighting Gaul with it.
I mean this is a defensive unit, I think, and
Yeah.
it's a really disgusting defensive unit.
I'd put it at like 4.
It's 33% bonus in forest
Well,
and jungle.
It's Iroquois, right? So you have forest and jungle.
Yeah, so
Not-
it's essentially at 20%. It's a 20 strength sword.
well, not only that, it's a 20 strength sword that has a road system immediately available to it.
Yeah,
Because you're never chopping. The forest tiles are going to be your defensive tiles. They're always rough terrain. They're always roaded. It counts as a railroad. Or actually, it might just be that might not kick in until later. But it counts. It's your tiles are always roaded. Like it's super easy to get swaps off with these. Like it makes attacking Iroquois attacking into Iroquois and classical is kind of miserable.
I know. I tried comping them once. It really sucked. That was
Like-
stupid.
This is like totally a unit that you don't evaluate, that you have to evaluate in the context of Civ, but in the context of Civ, it's a very good defensive unit.
Sure.
I think,
So where do you put it?
Like-
I think it earns at least a 4.
I think it's a 5. Like it's just makes your life miserable if you ever touch Iroquois.
I think 5's fair. It's better than okay.
Ashwin Hawks, you guys are awfully quiet.
I hate this unit. I think it's bad.
You
Why?
hate Iroquois.
That's correct. I hate Iroquois.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good defensive unit, right?
It's very synergistic with the Civ it's attached to.
Okay. Go 5.
Like it's the same cost as a sword. It's 1 more combat strength. It's got this like relatively weak 33% combat bonus, right? It doesn't require iron, but if you're like on the defense, I generally find that people are willing to give you iron anyway, so I don't think that's like too big of a factor. I just don't think it's like that much better than a sword.
I mean, it's the 15 base strength plus 33% that you always get both of these. Like, that's just it.
All right, Maccabee.
This is so useless.
Yeah.
It's
Two, maybe
so
a three.
cheap.
What do you mean?
This
cheap
unit
is
is
it?
very cheap.
Yeah, no iron.
40 versus 50. Okay, so it's 10 less
That's a
hammers.
difference. That is actually a reasonable difference. 3?
I guess. I cannot go harder, like bigger than a 3. This.
Yeah.
I feel like this
This
unit's
full-
just like this is another one of those. Oh, this has a UU.
Yep.
Like, I honestly I'd put this as 2, but
I think the
My-
40
my-
hammers bumps it to a 3. Like, I don't even know if it counts as defense entirely because like this is a good unit for like honor comp sword push just because it's cheap.
I think it's a free.
I think 3 is right.
Hawks, Ashwin.
Fine with 3.
Sounds reasonable.
Oh boy,
Lawson's favorite.
my favorite.
So I mean they can get double cover really easily.
Yeah.
I-
I actually really like Samurai.
I think the fish thing is much less relevant now that you can use workers.
hmm I will note, so I hate Jeewees. I don't like infantry very much. But while we're talking about it, I do think one place where they're like kind of okay is coastal because you just go straight to infantry and get battleship, and like when you're battleshipping or when you're defending with battleship, you do just want meat shields to hold forts, and samurai comet rifling, so you just avoid rifling while you're teching in that direction.
What they come at steel.
They come at steel, but they don't obsolete until rifling.
Oh,
They upgrade directly into rifles. So like
I don't think that's relevant at all, Dawson. You're
I've
not
had it
spending
come up.
400 gold upgrading a samurai into an infantry when you have to upgrade battleships.
You totally like on coast.
I'm with Kuba on that.
Like no,
How
it
much
does
money are
happen.
you upgrading battleships with? 9K? Like what?
No, I mean it does come up to upgrade like 4 or 5 of these, just to hold some key tiles. Keep your army score up.
I mean, I guess, but like,
And
it's
they start with a promotion.
they
so you can get
start with
double
shock.
cover
Yeah, it's a double cover.
or double ambush. Like I think they're a good unit.
I think they're good, but I just don't think it's like it's a longsword still.
It's also Japan, so they're 10% stronger.
I don't think this is relevant at all. I think this is a 2.
I'd give it a 4. You can push people too. Like Japan honor is not like
No, that part is true. If you get, I mean,
you like.
double shock samurai like almost one shot crossbows.
Yeah, I mean it makes it very hard to attack Japan. If like to do a late crossbow into Japan because like these things do just hold tiles. You double shock or shock double cover, like it makes it very hard to push them. Like I think it's a. I think it's like I think it earns a 4. They're good in medieval and they're pretty decent later on too.
Ashwin Hawks.
I think 4 marginally better than nothing.
I mean, I think it's pretty good, but it's mostly because of the barracks. So again, like how we want to rate that.
I mean, it's the Japanese samurai. Like CS gifted, it would be a lot worse, but it's a Japanese unit. You get the barracks, you get the.
Yep. All right. 4 it is. This unit sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
1.
Yeah, honestly, I'm done to put this as 1.
Alright, Blissed Elephant.
I've played Jerusalem Honor, and I was like, why can't I build longswords?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Blissed Elephant is definitely era defining.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Is
7
it
or 8.
though like the same? If it's literally like just a better expo. It's not like.
Well, it's a Treb.
It's a Treb, but it's an Expo. It's got Feared Elephant. It's got indirect fire. Like the indirect fire thing is huge. 3 movement.
The 3 movement's huge.
like even accounting for the setup, like it still means you can cover ground faster than crossbows. Like
I think it also hits harder at chunk cities.
it's also you can't cycle into these. You can cycle into crossbows. You can't cycle into these. These things have like they're super tanky.
I think this is a 9.
I mean, they do run into the problem that the pikes get a bonus against them. So I don't think it's a 9, but like I think 7 or 8 is very reasonable.
Hawks?
It's pretty strong. Probably an 8. Like it does really it doesn't create its own timing, but it just makes existing timing a lot better.
I think it does create its own timing.
I mean, the timing is crossbows. It's not a new timing. It's at crossbows, right?
I literally think about this as a crossbow replace unit. I don't think about it as a.
Yeah, I mean, it is essentially a crossbow replace unit. It's a fantastic unit. Indirect fire is great. Extra movement is relevant. The only problem it has is it's a horse unit, which means it gets loses the bonus against pikes, picks up it does worse against ambush, which doesn't happen often, but it's relevant enough to make it an 8 instead of a 9.
I mean, it's a 20 strength crossbow, guys. Like that's disgusting. That does 200% to cities.
I mean, I put a 9 conservatively.
Like
there.
yeah, I think this is a 9. Like at least.
I don't think that's unreasonable. Crossbows is great timing.
I feel like you guys what I want to hear your opinions. Like why less input?
I think it's like it's obviously really good. I don't know. Maybe it is just like a 9, possibly a 10. Honestly, every time I play Khmer, I'm just thinking, wow, I really want to grow these cities, and I would never sacrifice my youthful happiness.
No, that's totally fair.
No, I mean, yeah.
That's a good point. Plasma said that Manchuria is more consistent, and that's true
That's
because
fair.
it's like maybe Glossen's biased because he always high rolls. Like
That's true. I was going to say.
I don't get
playing
desert when I
Morocco.
play Morocco.
If you're playing Morocco, you usually get desert, and if you're playing Morocco and your name's Boston, you always get desert.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them as an 8. All right, is this a 10 as well, or is this a 9?
It's a 9.
I think
It's
it's a
not.
10.
It doesn't do that much.
Nine.
Like it helps you push a little bit faster, but
Little?
It helps you push a lot faster, but like I don't think it's such a sizable difference from Artie. Like I think it's a 9 just because Artie is so high already.
Hawks,
This
what would
unit
you say,
is
Hawks?
Ridiculously broken.
like it's a good unit. Like sure, it's a 7, but it doesn't. There's a lot of cases in which you're not actually getting value out of the movement bonus for it, and it doesn't have the combat bonus anymore, right?
It
Doesn't
does
it?
not.
Oh. I mean, it's still tankier. You can frontline these. Maybe not into like calves, but you can frontline them. Like sometimes it comes up where you want to frontline Arties if you're attacking into like Lancers. This unit you can gleefully frontline into Lancers.
I don't know, man. Just not having a setup is insane.
I mean, you can move it into their land and shoot.
I think it's a cookie cutter 9.
I'm fine with that.
Alright.
All right.
Stopping here?
Yeah, I think we can stop here.
All right, we're gonna start part 2. This is filmed at a different time. We're gonna have Kuba and Glosson as the same as last time, and this time we're gonna have Miota join as well. So we're gonna pick up from Nabatea, and then yeah, okay. All right, Nabatea. Like, I feel like when this unit came out, I thought it was so bad, but the goal, like everything about it's actually really good.
Yeah, I mean,
buying
you can't steal workers with it, but like it's really easy to play around it.
I mean,
Play around that with this Civ.
what
'cause you just
what
have so much information.
what's your like opportunity cost, I guess, from not being able to steal over hills and over forests? You know what I mean? Like you need to have specific city-state layouts to get steals, and that's kind of a bad thing. What?
There is an opportunity cost, but I think the unit more than makes up for it. You get so
Didn't it
much
even get
information,
nerfed?
You get infinite
It
ruins. Yeah,
used to
it
be
got nerfed.
15,
It's
right?
still very good.
Yeah, it gets 10 when you find a capital or a city state. So that's what 170 gold. So it gives you a free worker basically.
And it also
And
gives
you see
you
the
it also
whole
gives
map.
you great scouting, and it gets all the runes.
Yeah.
Great unit.
You just have to actually build them, right? Right, Miota? Yep. Yeah, 2 scouts, yeah.
Well, if you
Yeah,
have a unique scout, you probably want to build 2 scouts, yeah.
Wow.
As
Wow.
this Civ, I'm building one and buying one.
True. Yeah.
That works too.
That's fair. Okay. What do you put it?
I think it's
Mm,
5 or
Seven?
6. Sorry.
Yeah, I think
I-
6 or 7 sounds fine. Well, actually, I would put it at least 7 probably.
Yeah, I was thinking 7
Going
too.
by what you guys were talking. Yeah, it's very good.
I think
It
7's
used
really
to be
good.
well, before it got nerfed. It used to be even better because
Oh, before it got nerfed, it was
I don't
amazing.
remember. Was it 20 gold even?
It was 15 gold, and it got experience promotions. which
Oh my
means
god, the
Oh,
experience was
right.
insane. Yeah.
You could get
Yeah, that
scouting
was-
2 and just
that was
see the
insane.
entire map. Like the amount of times I had the entire map scouted by like turn 30 or turn 40 with that Civ, like
True.
just like it was incredibly consistent. You just had so much information. And like minor benefit is that you never really had to worry about bard camps, because if you kept an Zabono when it had like the double scouting, like on a hill in your lands, you could just see everything, so no bard camp spawned. But since the nerf, 7 seems fine. See bigger?
Yeah, Seabagger. This thing's disgusting.
I would put this exactly as strong as a ship of the line.
Wait. Why?
Privateers are better than frigates, and this is a much better than like a normal privateer.
It's not that much. Like it got nerfed, right? It's only 27 strength. It's the same
It's
as.
it's not even about the strength, it's about the promotions.
But it's the same strength as a normal.
Well, it lost one of the free promos, I thought, right?
I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same strength as a normal privateer. What it has over a privateer is that it has supply, which whatever. Like it's nice, but it's not super relevant usually
leverage
for like
round?
the actual fighting. And then it has +1 promotion, so it's
Well-
15% bonus.
The promotion it has is it's got anti unit instead of anti city, right?
No, it has them both.
Oh, it's got them both.
Normal privateers only have anti-city, and seabaggers have both,
I mean, yeah,
and supply.
like that's
I think
still.
I think when it was like 30 strength or whatever it was at one point, then it was a 10. But now it's like a 5 or maybe a 4 even. It's not that
think
good
it's-
anymore.
I think it's better. Like I think it's reasonably better than a normal privateer.
I-
I would.
Is it? I don't know. Like what if you're just Portugal instead and you just build them with?
I mean, it
lots of
lets
free
you
promotion,
skip.
you know?
It lets you skip armories. You always get the double promos. Promos on the coast are insanely valuable because it's either like you're always hitting that unit type. You know, you don't have to worry about the
Yeah.
terrain. I think it's good.
mean,
I
it's
think I
it's
agree with
okay,
Miota
I
though.
think
I
it's like a 4 or 5. I think.
I don't think it's insane anymore. I'm getting like flashbacks from when this thing would like you'd slam it 5 times and still live. Like that was ridiculous.
I mean, I don't think it's as low as a 4 or 5. I think it's at least a 6. I could see it like not being a 7, but I think it's reasonably a 6.
Like it. Okay, so how much do you value supply?
I'm valuing privateers, and this is a really good privateer, right?
No,
Like,
but like I thought we only care about like how good it is compared to like the unit that it
the unit,
replaces,
I
right?
guess. But like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
And
nice.
it literally because supply is pretty irrelevant, I would say, in most situations.
yeah, I mean, it comes up. Like, if you're
It
like
does,
fighting,
but
if
not
you-
that often.
if
I
you
think supply
do-
is so useless. Like so
I don't
useless.
care about supply at all. Yeah, I
Like
only
supply,
care about the naval barrage or whatever.
supply
The
is not
naval is huge.
nothing, but it's not very much. Like it's not, sometimes you'll have like a turn where you can't get a good value out of a slam and you heal it for one turn. But
Yeah.
because privateers heal from killing shit, a lot of the time you're better off just slamming instead. So
true.
I think I don't know. I don't see it
That's
being
true.
better than like a 4 or 5.
I think it's a 5. Like, it's not nothing. It's better than okay, but it's not much
I mean,
better than okay.
privateers are definitely better than frags, but they should be because you can't upgrade into them any like right.
Yeah.
So
That was a really dumb patch.
that was so stupid. But you know, I think having a sea beggar, like how many of these are you realistically going to be able to use? Like not that many, right? On a frigate attack.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of agree with 5. I think it's a good unit. It's just
Okay.
okay. I don't know this unit like at all. I've played this a bunch of times. I don't think I've ever used it.
It's a better
It's very
infantry.
good. Wait, are we talking about Maori? Oh, I thought we were talking about Defender.
No, not the defender. That's a different. Oh,
It's a better.
I've used that
infantry
one a
for-
lot.
I mean, the problem is you want infantry on top of your cities.
Yeah, and it gets bonuses for being away, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's the point?
It's like,
There isn't much point.
yeah, it's
I
like a
think
3
this
or
is
4.
just, like,
You-
yeah, I
occasionally
think this
comes
is
up.
a 2.
Yeah, I was about to say 2, right?
No. So where this is relevant, I can tell you where this is relevant. It gets bonuses from being away from the capital. So what you do is you kill a player, and then you have infantry in like the dead player's lands, and it gets bonuses over there.
That's very true.
So like it actually does come up sometimes where like you've killed someone and they're pushing the cities that you've like killed and flipped.
Mhm.
That's when it's good.
It's also like if you're at least a little bit wide or like you have one expand that's far away. Like if you this unit is stationed like 10 tiles away from your cap, that's already 20% combat bonus.
It's so what's the modifier? What's I don't have the thing pulled up.
It's 2% per tile.
2% per tile. Yeah, that scales really fast, up to 40%.
Yes.
So like if you're fighting, if you're wide and they're pushing into a city that's like 10 tiles away from your cap, it's 20% bonus.
Does it
Yeah,
get a
even if
combat?
the
Wait,
city
does
is
it get a
just like
combat
8
bonus?
It gets a combat bonus of 2%.
No,
for
no. I'm
each
saying
tile
like, does
that's
it have a
away from
higher?
your cap.
Is it different base strength?
No, no,
believe
I
it's
need to load
normal.
up so.
It's normal.
No.
Just look at the list. It's easiest.
I don't think this is better than a Precinia.
What do we put Britannia's at?
3.
I think it's a little bit better than this.
I'd probably put it at 4. 3 or 4.
I think it's a 4. Like Coastal uses infantry more than like Brazil.
Yes. Coastal uses infantry a lot.
Also, like part of the ranking the Britannia is that you're never gonna reach the Britannia, and New Zealand is 100% gonna reach its infantry.
I'd much rather landship people as New Zealand or battleship people or whatever.
Well, your battleship.
Yeah, but if you're
right?
battleshipping, then you have the tech, right?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I still don't care about building infantry.
All right, we need a
infantry
vote.
set.
We need a vote. All
I
right.
think it's a firm 4.
I think it's like a 2. Okay,
2 is crazy.
we'll meet in the middle. Defender, this unit is insane. This is era defining for sure.
Defenders are very good.
People don't realize how fucking cracked ironclads are.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, ironclads have a problem which is you can't build them. This unit doesn't have that problem.
Yeah,
Yep.
no full requirement. It's busted.
also it's still like higher base strength for some reason.
Yeah, and it also has cover, so you can't shoot it. Like even
And it
when the
also
pikes come
starts
around,
with
you can't
Zoc.
shoot it.
Well, it's got Zoc in your own lands.
Well, if you start within 2 tiles of a friendly city, which means after you blow up the first city, which happens instantly
You
every
get
single
Zoc.
time, you get Zoc for the rest of the war. Like that's crazy.
It's a very good meme that this unit is called a defender. That's
Yeah. what ranking are we putting this at?
It's like an 8 or 9.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
Right. I think it's an
I,
8.
I put it at 9.
I'm also leaning 9. Miota,
Yeah.
you're the tie break.
Yeah, sure. Let's put it at 9. I think it's fair. That's enough. It's probably like one of the scariest Kotal units.
Yeah. I'd agree. I probably
What
think
did
it's
you guys
this.
put chip off the line?
Oh, I think we put that at 8.
Yeah, this is 7.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think ship off the line should be 8, but that's not.
I mean, it's also frigates, right? Like frigate.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Pedite.
I like them. I think they're underrated.
I mean,
The 3 hammers cheaper is a good meme, but also they're actually good.
Why is it? Why is it 3 hammers cheaper? That seems so useless.
I mean,
I
the
don't know.
relevant part of the pedite is that it comes at workshops, so you don't have to go all the way to fucking.
What? Yeah.
It
Well,
also
I think
has a promotion, which is like you can get double cover on these.
I think, by the way, Ryan, it is actually relevant because it makes the upgrade 10 gold cheaper. I think. Is it
Yeah.
5 or 10 gold?
It
I
should
think
be
it's 10
5
gold.
3 because its upgrade cost is 2 times the cost of. It's 2 times the hammer difference.
Yeah, so it
plus-
should be
it depends.
6.
It depends on the round,
it
right?
rounds. It rounds.
It rounds to
purposes.
multiples of 5.
Okay. So it's 10 gold cheaper. Is that what you're arguing?
It's either 10 or 5. I'm not sure.
Mate, who
But
gives who gives a shit? Like, come on, that's so irrelevant.
I mean, the
But if you're
relevant part of
upgrading,
this unit
like,
is
say
that,
it's 10, then if you're upgrading like 7, that's a free upgrade, you know.
Also, you are playing Normandy, so
guess.
you do get the bonus outside friendly lands.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary unit for sure, but it's still
It's
a
good
longsword.
unit.
Yeah, it's still alongside. It's like it's the
Well, no,
It's not a- it's not a longsword. It's not a
it's
long sword
workshop
because it's
unit.
not a, yeah, exactly. It's like berserkers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but it's
very
No, no, but I'm
strong.
saying it's still that unit class. Like, it's still a swordman. Like,
Yeah, but the reason longswords don't terrify and not terrify, like the reason longswords don't terrorize the map at all times is because they're on steel instead of
Yeah.
near crossbows.
I mean, I think it's like a
Like-
5 or a 6.
Yeah, I think 6 at least. Yeah,
I think 6 is
6 or
appropriate.
7. Yeah.
all right, you guys, I don't know. I would have put this unit as like a fucking 3, but all right.
No, but what
I've never
what you
used
do
it,
with-
so I've never really used it.
Okay, what you do with the Civ is like you go workshops into crossbows, and you have these guys and Expos. You have your 10%.
You don't do
outside
trebs? I've only seen this as like a longsword treb, but without. the
You could
longsword.
also do that. Like depends, I guess.
I mean,
like if you're
crossbows
attacking
are
someone
better.
as units.
Well,
or not,
yeah,
right?
of course crossbows are better, but
Yeah, you could also do this with traps. But
takes longer.
like you just do this with like a ranged unit, and it's very strong.
I mean, it's worth noting, like, if you're dealing like one of the problems that post workshops crossbows has is that you're getting into like a grind fest, and if you're getting into a grind fest, then having a longsword to claim tiles is really nice.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I just didn't know it was like actually much better. I guess the tech is pretty significant.
I
Yeah, the
mean,
tech is
longswords
the
are
most
pretty
important.
shit.
Yeah. All right, ski infantry. What does this unit do, Glosson?
So this unit has double drill promotion and double movement on 20% and double movement on hills, tundra, and snow. I love these things.
So all hills.
All hills. So it's got Killy promo. It's got 20% on any hill. It's got that also applies to tundra and snow, and then it has double drill. So you stick this on a hill, and you can give it like double. You can immediately give it double cover. You can give it like without having to have like auto or anything. You can get it all the way to.
I mean, double cover, double drill is no joke for sure.
Yeah, you can get it to march if you want, or you can get it like double ambush. Like I don't think, obviously GWs suck and infantry aren't great, but like this thing just has so many promos that it actually makes them decent.
So you think it's better or worse than a Vortrekker?
Oh, better. Maybe the same. Vortrekkers are really good.
Kuba and Miota,
Also, like,
you've
thing
never
though,
used this unit, I assume?
I've never seen this.
Yep. Figured.
I have, but it was a long time ago. I think it was different when I used it.
So we had that
I think it was
Vortrekker at
still a
5.
Rifle replacement.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. 5.
GWs aren't good. But,
Yeah,
like,
the problem
this is
with
just a very good
problem with
GW.
this is that it's GW.
Yeah.
It keeps the promos though, right?
Yeah,
so
it gives
that's
promos.
relevant.
Yeah.
Like you could build a bunch of Chiwis and upgrade them to infantries and
Yeah, and I mean,
do
you're
something
playing
with
Coast, so
battleships.
you're more likely to use infantry.
Okay, I have a question. Do we consider that we get one for free right now?
That's
on
what I was
Nubia?
just thinking about.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we don't.
I don't
Yeah, I
think you do
do that.
either, because then that's about sim, right?
The
Because
unit is a 2, or maybe even a 1.
I think the unit is a 2.
it's got 3 range. It's got sight
Absolutely
promo too,
range.
right?
Yeah, it can give people
does.
insta heals from even further away than.
It does no damage.
It
Yeah.
it does it. I remember when this unit got changed, right? And Nubia got changed from the actual good version, where it had the food from
It's
Food from,
obvious.
floodplains. Yeah, food from floodplains. And then I tried archering CS with this, and oh my god, it is so bad. Like it is
No
so
damage.
bad.
I played a Nubia honor game one time. I killed 2 CS with these, and then I just had like 5 cities, and I just one-turned them out of all cities, and I attacked Apple Pie with like 30 of them. And he built 2 swords, and then I couldn't kill him.
That's so funny. I mean, like the worst part is you get like scout promos, right? So it's like even if
Yep.
and they upgrade into nothing, or do they upgrade at all? I
I
don't know.
don't think they do.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just
think
so
Maybe
bad.
warships.
It's so bad.
Yeah,
think
they're
that's-
terrible.
But you get one
better
for
than a-
free, so then it's good. But I don't think we're gonna include that because we're just kind of looking at
Well,
the
I mean,
unit.
The getting for free is insane, but
Yeah.
the fact that like the unit itself is like a 2.
I mean, if Nubia
not
got a
worse
free
than a
scout
scout.
that isn't a unique scout, it would be about as good.
Yeah, it would be exactly as good, I would say. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's like literally.
All right, so
wash.
one or
Like,
two, one
it
or
has
two.
some. I think it's a 2.
I
It
think
has
it's a- I
some.
think it's a 2.
There's some
The big thing-
situations where
the big
where
thing
these
is-
are better than scouts.
Yeah. Okay. I've never used this unit.
It's okay. So
It's very scary.
yeah, it's really, really good on just one of the worst civs in the game.
Okay. What is it? It's like a
Oman?
galley, right?
So
It's a galley that's like twice as strong.
it's a galley. It's stronger. It gets gold and faith from kills.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
really good for farming barb camps.
It's
It-
like
it
you
has-
can-
It has 8 melee instead of 6, so like you can't kill it with triremes. It has 12 range strength instead of 8, which is just a casual 50% increase.
yeah,
And it
then,
has
like,
4
Kelly's
movement
stuff,
instead of
like,
3.
yeah, and also,
They get
Oman has a-
coastal radar. Like,
How do you get
bonus-
coastal radar on a fucking ranged unit? Does that even make sense?
Well, they just get it. Like that, they just get it for free.
Interesting.
It hits cities harder, right? So
Yeah,
that's something.
yeah,
and it gets money from killing cities.
yeah.
Like it's a very 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 good unit. The
Yes.
problem is that Oman has no early game. Oh, also by the way, Oman has zone of control ignoring,
Yeah,
right?
it
Yeah, it
ignores
ignores
that.
that.
So because of Oman, it also ignores Zoc. Like spawning next to Oman on the coast is very. It's like spawning next to Huns on land. Like they
Well,
are
the problem
insane.
with spawning next to Oman on the coast is that or the problem with having Oman is that you're playing Oman and the Civ does nothing.
Unless they kill
Yeah,
you. Unless they kill you.
Unless they kill It's very good
The
at
thing
killing
is, like,
people.
It's if you kill like a bunch of CS and or a player with Oman, it's very good.
I mean, the thing is, it's like the ignore Zoc part is kind of irrelevant to this unit. I feel like, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, like you're gonna see ignore Zoc really good, really be useful on privateers and stuff. But so, what would you put it? I mean, the unit itself is cracked, especially when you compare it to its counterpart.
I mean, the unit in a vacuum like is a 10. The problem is that there's like that the
I think it is error
there's no
defining.
good
Yeah,
there's
it
no
kind of
good
is.
application for it. So, like if you only compare it to a galley, it's a fucking 10. But if you like put it in the context of the game, it's more like a 5.
I don't think it's error defining. I think it's a 6. I don't think it's error defining because it doesn't impact anyone who's not a coastal player.
I mean,
and there's like on average there's gonna be one other coastal player. And it
I don't
only
know. When I feel like to me, era defining is like, okay, when Oman's in this era, I have to be worried.
But that only applies to one player, and it only applies to the one player if they are in 2 of 5 positions on the map.
Yeah, but I could say that if of like someone in Zulu too. Like it's only the two
Well, the
people
thing
who
about
neighbor Zulu.
The thing about Zulu is it applies to every neighbor that Zulu has.
I get the point you're making, like for sure, but
Anyways,
it still creates a timing. You know, like this now galley timing is a thing because of this.
Yeah.
And to me, that's kind of era defining.
I guess. I don't know. I think it's a 6.
Cuba.
Well, like I said, it depends on how you rate it. If you only compare it to a galley, it's a 10. If you like look at how good it is.
I mean, you have
in
to
the game.
also you have to say like, okay, like it has, you know, it's compared to a galley, it's a 10, but galleys are still shit. So this unit isn't like great. You still have to do that. Like even the best musket is still like a 5, right? Like it's still a musket. So
I put it at like 7 or 8.
I
7.
think it. I had put it at 7. I think.
all right, well, fuck you. I'm putting a 6.
Yeah.
Okay. I love Sipais. They're so fun.
Right. Sipahi, Janissary, 9, 9. Let's move on.
They're so great. Like these
I
two
feel like
units
the
is what
Sipai
makes
is like
it
so much better than a Janissary though.
It's the combination that makes it so strong.
Make it like 9 and 8 then.
Well, the thing
No.
about Janissaries is that they come so much earlier than Sipais do.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
but
they
you
don't.
just said it. You're not attacking someone
on
with
this-
Janissaries before you get Sipais, right?
Wait, don't
Sometimes they do.
earlier?
I thought Sipais come at
Printing, right?
leaning. Yeah, printing, and then
Sipahi
Yeah.
is high leaning.
but
and Jan-
Janissaries
is
at
earlier
gunpowder.
than leaning.
Yeah, gunpowder's earlier than
They
leaning.
don't. They come at the exact same time.
Well,
No,
usually a lot of the
Sipais come
time,
at leaning.
Ottomans rush gunpowder.
No.
You know.
No, they're both gunpowder.
No, they're not.
No, they are not.
Okay, then this is wrong.
Yeah, the list is wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, Spahis are leaning. Anyways, I think Spahis are better than Janissaries, but I don't really play Ottomans very much, so I just trust whatever.
I
it
don't.
is.
The thing is, it's just like I've played the Civ a bunch of times. It's just Sipais like the 5 move is insane, and then the pillage makes you cause such a ruckus. Of course, I think in combination they're insane, but I just think the Sipai is just better.
I mean, Sipai is better, but you can get to Janissaries without Sipais and kill someone with just Janissaries because.
But
they
you're
don't
not
kill
gonna
you.
do that. Like,
Yes, you are.
Well, you're not gonna do that. 'Cause you want
I
cannon.
did that.
Yeah, I do that every time I play Ottomans.
I mean,
you go
you're not
before
gonna do that
Sipahi.
if You want cannon.
yeah, you just go
Okay.
theology into gunpowder with AP and holy warriors. It's insane.
I mean, the idea is you go kill one person with gunpowder, and then you get Sipais, and you go kill another person.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
and then
mean,
you kill another person with artillery, and then you have 4 empires.
is this era defining? I think they both are, right?
Yeah, they're both there.
They both are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
It's one of
so
the strongest.
so
it's-
9 and 8. I mean, actually, you know, I just countered myself, right?
I would-
Because this is a musket.
I would put them both at 9.
There's no muskets that should be at 9.
I think
Yes.
they're both at 8. I mean, this musket is like this is a musket that you go gunpowder before unis for.
Yeah, I mean, technically we have
Oh.
3 somewhere up there.
Wait, actually, let me check. What did you put France at?
5 or 6 maybe.
5.
I mean, France is not a musket that you go gunpowder before unis for.
Yeah.
No.
Palmyra. The Clibinarius. This unit is fucking impossible to attack into.
They're so good at defense, but they're terrible at attacking.
Yeah.
27.
I don't think it's that high, right?
Yes, they're very good.
What did you say?
I was
gonna
say 6.
Yeah,
6
6
feels
could also
right.
be fine.
I was also gonna say 6.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's a fast one. I mean, the thing, heavy charge, like, I tested the heavy charge thing if you could upgrade into them. Like, upgrade them into calves. It's not that good. Like,
The problem
Well,
is that
you were also
like,
fighting into a player who was like ready and like
Yeah, but like,
mean,
what are you gonna do? Like, compare it to when they're not ready?
I'm just saying, like, heavy charge is going to be a lot better against a player who's weaker, and you're attacking into a really strong more player.
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna look really, really good on players that you would kill anyway, and it's gonna look less good on players that you actually need a good
mean,
unit.
Exactly.
You were fighting Mega, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mega's a great war player. Like, it's not terribly surprising that he was ready to play around heavy charge.
I mean, it's not that he was ready to play around heavy charge. It's just like you put it. The thing only is gonna have one promo at most, and then you're pushing in, and it's very rare you'd even get if they're fortified in a fort. It's rare you're gonna get the heavy charge off.
Yeah,
It's not like a Hitaroi.
I just remember talking about that game. You were like, you kept thinking you were getting the heavy charge, and Mega was like, no, you didn't get the heavy charge on this one.
Well, no, I kept thinking that I should have, but it didn't go off, and then I was wrong. So it kind of just proves my point. Anyway, okay. Swiss Guard. I don't know. Like,
This is not replacing any unit. It's just there.
Yes, it replaces Landsknecht.
yeah, but you're not gonna have Landsknechts when you're playing
It
Vatican.
replaces a non-existing unit. Yes.
Yeah, like, congratulations.
This is how I scout people on Weavy. Like what? like, or this is the bot you have to hold your fucking medic promos
Yeah,
when you're
but
using bombers.
I mean, you don't need to promote it to get medic.
Wow,
It's got
that's
medic base.
super relevant.
It's a very good unit actually.
For what?
Defense.
Why? It's 160 gold. You can't even build them.
No, it's 210.
You're not arguing in favor of what you're saying.
Oh, it's even worse. Never mind.
No, it's like super gold efficient to buy them. Like on
Yeah,
defense,
but
right?
like,
Yeah, but if
Gold
they have
efficient-
artillery, you're not defending that.
Well,
what the
okay,
economics?
So Vatican usually does gold strats, right? Most of the time patronage, sometimes commerce. So
Yeah,
you're gonna have a ton of money. And these are like the most efficient thing you can buy until, I don't know, like modern era almost.
Okay, I can't imagine a world where by the time the guy gets arty, you have more than 1,500 gold.
Yeah.
Like realistically.
If I'm commerce and I'm going banking into economics,
Well, 7 of these aren't gonna stop.
Yeah, like you're gonna buy 7 total, and they're just gonna get absolutely shredded.
and you're gonna
Yeah.
spend
You
all
have
of your
20
gold.
of these,
They're
they
not
aren't
gonna
gonna
use
stop in
upgrades.
party push. Like,
okay, so patronage player with East India and bank up and economics.
Remember, let's be real. He probably got bank up like 3 turns ago, before they got
No, but-
attacked.
Thanks, you're making like 300 gold per turn.
You're not making.
Myoto, what?
You're
even if
generously
you are,
You're generously making.
Even if you are.
All right,
like,
so
even if
on the
you're
way-
making 1.5 of these per turn, that's not stopping Artie.
Yeah.
I just feel like it doesn't
that's
move the
not-
needle.
That's not the point. It's not the point that it's stopping Adi or anything. It's like,
Yeah, it is. No, that is the point. It's the utility of the unit. It's not just like in a vacuum. Is this better than a Lanchneck? Yes. Okay. Proceed. Like the point is like, okay, like what is this unit used for, and how good is it? And
You can
it's
use them
supposed to
for-
be used to stop Artie. It's supposed to be is
you
used.
can also use them to attack.
Get out. Get out. What?
Like,
I think
if
it's a
you're doing-
4 that has got medic.
if you're doing like your beloved factory into Adi play, you can buy some of them. Pretty good.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess, but
Like they have 25 strength instead of 16.
But like you're comparing it to a Lanchnet. There's no comparison. You
Yeah,
don't
L-
use-
Lanchnet
All right.
is a
Maybe
non-existent
we're all
unit.
gonna say the same number anyway. Myoto, what would you rank it?
Like a 5.
Okay, we are not going to say the same number. Koopa?
2?
Yeah, that's
They also
right.
have extra movement. Like, don't forget that they have extra movement.
I was
You
gonna
have
say
to
4.
buy them.
I was gonna say 4 because it gives
Yeah,
you
but, okay,
access to
so
a
the
medic
way-
unit that you can
The way you
buy
play
on
Vatican,
Hero.
right? The way you play Vatican is you do Holy City stacking, and you do it into patronage. So you're gonna have like 6 city state caravans out. You're gonna have like probably 6 profits planted. You're gonna have your bank, your East India, your Grand Temple. You're gonna be making 300 gold per turn easy, maybe even more. Like it's
Right.
Dude, okay,
it's just
you're
a
out of
very
line.
efficient. It's just like a very efficient.
It's a musket.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could buy muskets for 200 gold, you would do that, no?
No.
Alright.
I'd save
I'd
that
say-
gold for the next game.
And you guys are crazy.
So
I-
2, 2, 4, and 6. 4 and 5.
Sounds like a 3 to me. All right.
Immortal.
Who wants to talk on this one? I feel like this unit is good, but it's not much better than a normal spear.
I think this unit belongs like exactly at the same level as like Laputo and Hoplite.
Yeah,
It
I think
has a
it's
smaller
slightly worse.
number,
It's
so
slightly
it's
worse.
worse.
it's
Yeah.
probably
I could-
worse. Yeah.
We put those
The
things at
heal,
5.
the fortified thing I just found out about. I thought that's pretty good.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't know about that?
I didn't realize it healed at 10 extra.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we put those at 5, so we give this a 4.
I'm fine with that.
Cool.
All right. This
I like
this
that Mega
unit.
agrees with me.
Yeah, I know.
This unit's still like
This
a 9.
unit is disgusting.
I'd still put it at a 10 probably.
No, it's not a 10.
I think it's a 9. It was a 10. It was an 11. Now it's a 9.
Yeah.
Is that all we're gonna say? Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. Okay.
I think compared to like a horse archer, it's probably 10, but 9 is fine. Whatever.
Square ship.
So
Yeah.
Do we consider that you get one of these free?
no, it's the same.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
No, you didn't for Nubia. I think 3 is generous. You're never building this.
Like, it's a 2.
You're literally it's
I-
just
I
a
like
free
this.
unit.
Well,
I
you're never
love this
building it because
unit.
it's a free
This is-
unit.
Like, I love how elegant this unit is in terms of entering the deep water and stuff. I don't think it's very good.
Yeah.
It's good for like the same kind of attack that the Bagla is good, which is like. Well, I guess it can also be good, useful later. It can also be good for Gallius attacks.
I
So
mean,
Gallius
you can talk
attacks.
with these,
Yeah, zocking from the deep water is often very relevant.
but like,
Gallius.
two
Sure,
moves
but
off.
that's not a Galeas attacks aren't really a timing.
Yeah, they are.
When's the last time you saw a Galeas attack?
Literally 2 days ago when Unique attacked
Well-
Kuba with Galeas.
All right.
Well,
well,
it
okay.
failed.
Before that.
Before
mean-
that, I'm not sure.
Goliath attack
don't
kind
care
of
much
sucks because units get like stopped at chokes, and this just like exacerbates that. It is you
Right.
can't Goliath Phoenicia. Not that you could Goliath anyone in the first place, but you super can't Goliath Phoenicia. I think 2.
I,
is
th- I,
reasonable.
I think it's a 3 or 4. It's also cheaper. Don't forget that. It's not irrelevant.
But like a trireme is
supply-
useless, man.
The supply for like a trireme is actually relevant too.
No, I agree with that. If you're using it to Zoc Galeas, yeah, it's relevant. But
It has some utility when you tribute city states with this.
Oh, that's true. You can
Yes.
tribute with them.
You can also
Like,
kill
you-
city states with them.
no, you can't.
Like with
If it's
them
a
at
bad
some
balance.
range.
Yeah, I mean, you can use it to capture. I've done that before. You just you bounce
Yeah,
a
it's-
trireme around and you capture stuff with. Yeah, it's actually pretty okay.
Yeah, like they're also good
Considering-
at slamming. Like usually you slam with warriors. Some, right? You can
A little
slam with
bit,
these
yeah.
guys.
All right, 3 then.
I'm fine with 3, I guess. It seems high, but
Yeah.
I'd say 3 or 4. So yeah, 3 is fine for me.
all right.
Hussars.
So I just fought this unit, and it's like a win more unit, right? Like if the guy's ready, this unit is almost irrelevant.
Well, the merit of this unit is that it gives you a push at Lancer attack at metallurgy instead of.
Yeah,
using
I'm not
Naval.
saying it's not good. I'm just saying I'm
Wait.
not giving this a 10. I'm not giving this a
Yeah, the
9.
way,
This
like,
isn't even
the,
like
the,
an 8.
the way you want to use it is like it needs to fight units that are weaker. Like you almost want to Oxford into metallurgy. These guys.
That's an interesting concept that I don't think is actually
Like-
that bad.
You wanna be able to slam like crossbows and knights with these guys.
Yes. Yeah, and in that case, you're you're going to have a great time. You are absolutely going to have a great time. But once you fight, but like the thing is like if you're attacking a guy who got defender or Hermeji because he knows you're coming for him, right? Like you can defend with pikes like pretty consistently.
It's also like the fact that they no longer get open terrain promo is very bad because you used to be able to easily get them to
Charge.
charge.
Yeah.
You can't get that anymore. So I think that drops them from what used to be like a 9 to a 7 or 8.
I think 7
But-
is great.
But I think they're still like era defining because everyone.
Yeah, no,
around is-
I definitely agree they're error defining.
These
But-
feel about as strong and about as scary as Ship of the Lines to me.
Yeah, that sounds.
And we put those at 7. I think 7 is the right rating.
Yeah.
For these.
I
I'd put
agree.
them at 8. 7 is fine.
Kuba?
I'm listening to Sabaton's Winged Hussars and I can't hear you. I think it's an 8 or a 9.
Yeah, I like I said, I think 8. 7 is.
Okay. Maybe I don't know. We can put it at 8. I feel like people are gonna get mad if we don't put it high. Okay. Paulie, this is another one of those units where you find out it has a UU when you're loading into the Civ.
Well, when you're getting attacked with crossbows and then you have to build something and you're like, oh, I can build this.
What does it
Good.
do? Is it like I don't even know.
It has
It's got like 1
has
more
2
strength
extra
or something.
strength. 2.
Requires no
I think it
iron.
also-
Arrives with amphibious. That's irrelevant.
2.
It's something when you're building these on islands.
But
It's-
why is that
it's
relevant?
also-
Because
so
you
something that is actually very relevant is that it doesn't obsolete gunpowder, so you can keep building them. And they're very good to build, like on defense. They're so tanky and so cheap. But then you're defending, so like
it's still a
and they're not good
longsword.
at offense because
It's-
you never want to attack people with Polynesia in medieval, like over land, right? So I think it's like a 3 or 4.
So 2.
No, I'd say 3 or 4. Like it's not 2 means that it's the same as nothing, right? It has 2 more strength than a normal unit. Like it's definitely not the same as nothing.
But like it's
Yeah,
a
it's-
2 more strength than a longsword. Like you don't build longswords.
Yeah, like this unit's like a 2.
Of course you build longswords. If you're getting attacked by crossbows,
Bro, like yeah, but it's still a longsword. It's still shit.
I mean,
you
this
guys, like you guys need to play some skirms. Like longswords are not that bad.
No, but
this is relevant if you get attacked by crossbows and
Yeah.
you have workshops. Like you're gonna attack 2 coas, not 2 crossbows.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
and
Yoda,
then,
like in
like,
a skirm, the
unkillable.
game ends at Artie, and like most of the time you're going there without ever getting unis either. Like that's the tech path in free for all just doesn't care about longswords.
But that doesn't make longswords bad. Like they're still good on defense against crossbows.
I just
all
course
right,
you
well,
don't
give it a
want
ranking. Give it a ranking.
I'd say 3 or 4.
Why are we arguing this much? Okay, Kuba,
3.
Glosson.
2.
3 it is. Now, is this era
Oh,
defining?
this
Yes.
this well, you tech astronomy first after unis and compass, sometimes with workshops, sometimes without, and you just keep on building them forever, basically, until
And-
you
and then you
have to
get
build
full
national
commerce.
wonders.
And then you get
And
full
you just-
commerce with these.
Yeah, and you just buy all of your infrastructure because
No, no,
right
no,
now
no.
you
You
don't have
buy
it.
these because with Commerce Auto, it is cheaper. You are making money by buying these, walking them across the ocean, and
Yeah,
getting the gold back.
you're buying them and building them and buying all the infrastructure,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I mean,
and then you're getting more gold off
how
the
much do
overflow.
these cost to buy?
like two with like full purchasing, Big Ben and auto purchasing. It's like 200 and might just be 200 flat. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cheap.
and they give like free 20 if you find a good
Yeah,
tile.
like it's between 200 and 240, I think.
Okay. I mean, you want to give it a 10. Like I've used this unit like once, but
It's not.
I saw a 10.
It's
It's like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
no, this unit, like you just control every, like if somebody doesn't build defense when nows are around, you just slam 30 of them into the city and the city dies.
You just keep
Yeah, but
showing up with more of them, and like
that's the thing. That's the thing that makes them good. Is like,
I
your
mean, they kind of break the game in that way, right?
yes,
yeah,
exactly, because it makes your best sim play, like it makes an all-in war play essentially, which is to literally just spam ships for 20 turns, your best sim play,
yeah.
which means
Yeah.
that there's no opportunity cost at all to just taxing the fuck out of every coastal and like killing other coastal players. That's what makes them good.
Yeah, you,
not
you just
not the fact
you
that
just
they like
tax
actually do
everything.
anything. But
Yeah.
I don't think that makes them a 10.
So what's your
I think
ranking?
it does.
I think it's like an 8.
It
Glosson?
taxes not only like I don't know, it not only taxes the coastal players, it taxes everyone that has a coastal city.
Not really, because if you like, they'll just kill you.
Yeah, if you
No,
go
they
declare
can't.
war on,
You have
if you go
5,000
no,
gold.
No,
if
you
declare war
don't,
on
because you're
everyone,
buying
you
more
get
nows every turn, and you're buying your infrastructure. I'm literally repeating what you're saying.
No, well, what you're doing is you're buying you're like each now. Okay, so essentially buying nows is like an additional uh
I get,
100 gold per
yeah,
turn
yeah.
delayed because you're like investing that money back in more nows. And then on top of that, like you can still just sit on a pile of gold. And if you're building nows, that's another like 300 gold per turn from each now that you're building. So if you have like they're like what? How many hammers are they?
80?
80. So that's 80 hammers. Say you're like on like 200 hammers or like even 300 hammers post fax because you're playing tall. Then each now is like 300 gold per turn. Uh, or 300 gold when you pop them, and you're paying 80 for them. You're essentially getting like 1,500 gold per turn delayed by the 8 turns it takes for you to like get them to a city, and then you're using that 1,500 gold per turn to buy all the infrastructure that you're not building.
yes.
So maybe this Civ is actually order and you go skyscrapers.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
you
make
can totally do that.
make skyscrapers.
I mean,
free, please.
that's what you did the other day, right, Kuba?
I didn't do skyscrapers because the game went into fighting, but
But that was the
uh,
plan, presumably.
yeah, that I would have done that if the game didn't go into an all-out fight.
It's an interesting concept. Imagine if you could like if these didn't obsolete its steam power, like you could just go like resettlements, plant every city like on the map, and just have them all build nows until the end of time.
I mean, the thing about this, like getting upgraded into clouds too, like if you have coal,
No,
this
that's a huge
suddenly
thing. That's a very, yeah. That's
you
a really good
suddenly have a
point.
timing because you have so many of these already.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay,
And
so let's
yeah,
just
they also
drink.
get like when they pop the unit, like when they do their money thing, they also get a free promotion on
That's
top of
true.
whatever promotions they have. So they are triple promoted ironclads suddenly.
Yep. And they also create their own gold for upgrades. It's a dumb unit. I think it's a 9.
Yeah. This is a 10.
Miota,
It's not a 10. It's not a 10. I could be convinced to call it a 9 though.
Mega.
From my experience with that unit, I think it's an 8, but I'm fine with a 9.
Okay, we can go 9. All right, Prussia. This is Mega. Just so you know, this is like the unit with the sim bonus, like relative to the game, right? So like, we're not comparing the Oman unit to a galley, right? We're taking the unit as it is. So with the Oman unit and everything. So this is Prussia rifles with Prussia upgrades and Prussia promos. So with that in mind, I
Does
feel
Prussia
like
have any bonus to upgrades?
No, it just has double attacking on this unit, right? Or is
yeah,
there something else?
it's got blitz. Yeah,
Or did you just
That's
use
quick study.
promotions?
I just meant promotions. I think it, but it has like quick study. It has like there's something about it. I don't know.
It
Yeah,
has
it's got
quick
quick
study and it's
study
on
and
military.
blitz.
It's okay. It's an okay unit.
I don't think it's anything special.
I don't think it is either. Like it's still a rifle.
You don't really want to be slamming things with rifles, so
Yeah,
I'd say it's
the-
honestly a 2 or like maybe a 2.
I mean, the blitz part is irrelevant, but what's relevant about this is
No,
that, like, if you're
blitz-
fighting an arty war, you like take the defensive promos because the defensive Prussian promos are actually really.
I
fun.
don't think
The
the
blitz card is not irrelevant because with
Yeah.
blitz you can slam and heal.
well no that's not why. I think it's because oftentimes when you're slamming, the thing lives and then it gets a heal promo. With blitz, like it can't get a heal promo because you just overkill it.
Yep.
I'd say it's like a 4.
Four
Yeah,
feels right.
I think 4 sounds right. Kuba, you okay with that?
Yeah, I don't know what this unit does. I never
I think
used
they're
it. I don't care.
super mediocre.
Okay.
Four
Vanitors.
would be okay.
Would this be era defining? A Vanitor?
It used to be, not anymore.
No.
They're not that good.
I don't think so.
Like I think if I'm Romania, I'd rather go tanks. TBH.
I mean,
Or like
you can go. Do they still get? What do they get? Yeah, they have 2 range. Yeah, you
They
can
have
you can still play sissies with this civ. You can still like use them as sissies. So you can upgrade them. You can
yeah,
upgrade
but
them into machine
sissies
guns.
are pretty fucking mediocre too.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but I'm saying like it's still versatile. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When this unit was cheaper, I think it was error defining, and I think it was one of the scariest timings in the game.
Yeah, because you can upgrade like a million of them.
I think it's a 5 because Gatlings are really bad, and this unit is actually like something. But it's not.
Yeah.
Like.
I think 5's fine. Like you can still do the attack, like, and it'll still
Yeah.
work a lot of the time. It's just not as good.
Like it's
It's
better.
also-
It's at least better than Ukraine's version, right?
Yeah.
It's also
Yeah.
like a good thing about it is that you get to go factories and be totally safe.
That's another thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this actually
You're not
does.
always right.
This does no, it is it. This kind of unit is is very good into arty. Is extremely good into arty.
Also,
Like
the
so much better
Romania-
than rifles and whatnot.
The Romania play pattern doesn't mind like clicking commerce, going industrial because commerce wants to go industrial, getting Big Ben, having a bunch of gold, and then because you have a bunch of gold because you're commerce, you've got a bunch of crossbows, you upgrade them all, and then you kill someone. It's a play pattern that works out really nicely. You get autocracy, you get auto promos that helps killing people. It just works out. It's a synergistic unit.
I don't hate this unit. Like I'm fine with a 5.
Yeah, 5 or 6, I'd say.
5 feels right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. Okay, ballistas. These units are crazy. These are actually crazy. I think this is era defining, like actually though.
Well, the combination of Ballista Legion. And
Yeah. That's.
I mean,
But
Rome is just a error defining civ for sure.
yeah.
I think the Ballista is like a 7.
I think they're both
The
8.
Legion is also like a 7.
I think they're both
Like,
8s.
I
think
well,
the Legion
used
is
to-
the Legion is substantially worse than the ballista.
because for some reason it's nerfed.
Well, yeah.
Um,
Granted that it's nerfed.
I think
Why did I get
I would
nerfed?
I would put them both only at a 7. Like in a vacuum, both of those units are not that scary. The thing that makes them so crazy is that they're both on the same civ.
I think legions are actually fucking scary because of the Western road shenanigans you can
Yeah.
do.
That's also true.
No, but like,
I put the Legion as an 8 and the Ballista as a 7.
no way. I'm not. No, ballistas are too insane. They're so much better. Like, compare a Legion to a normal sword, like as they are right now. Not old Legion. Old Legion was definitely like almost a 10, but current Legion, like, it's not that much better. Like, it's really not that much
Well,
better.
a ballista is worse than a crossbow, than a combo.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
Except at shooting cities.
Weird.
Ballista has indirect fire. It's much tankier, so you can't just slam them like you can.
It's not
combos.
tankier.
It is.
What do you mean? No. It's
It's
like one more, I
810, no?
think.
I think it's
It's
810.
810. What's a
compared
cross?
to
Isn't a
7
combo like 711?
711.
It's not that much tanky, clearly.
It does make a difference.
Also, like, the
I mean,
tankiness doesn't matter
it's-
because you have legions in front of them.
Sure, but it's also got indirect fire.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Ballista is a great unit. I'm fine with putting. I think Ballista is an 8, Legion's a 7.
Yeah, that's where I was going with this. Like, I think Legions are good. They're not what they were. Like, at 17, it was insane, and 16, it's still good, but it's not like leaps and bounds better than a sword.
I
like
think
it
I
was.
agree with Mega. I'd go like 7, 8, but I think both 7, both 8, like whatever. They're both like a 7. And the most important thing is that they're both on the same civ. So whatever. Doesn't.
All right, Cossack.
It's a good unit. Um, I don't think it's anything super special. Like, it's strong. It's like a 6.
Hey,
I'm still terrorized by that unit from all the skirmishes I've played.
I think it can be a 7.
It's nerfed. It is nerfed.
I know it's nerfed, but
I'd put it as 7. Still.
I'm kind of with Kuba. I don't think it's like it gets like charge, right? So
Yeah.
No, it doesn't get charge.
it gets nerf charge,
yeah, nerf charge.
which is
Yeah,
still
but
good.
you can stack it with charge.
Sure, but
Wait,
you
isn't
need
charge
Alhambra.
25?
What?
Isn't charge 25?
No, charge is
No, charge
33.
is 33.
Charge is 33. This one's 25.
I had it mixed up.
Okay. So rankings, Mega, start with you.
I'd put them as maybe it's between a 7 and an 8. Old Cossacks definitely an 8. This version probably a 7.
Hiera?
7.
Kuba?
6.
Clausen?
6 or 7.
No,
Probably 7.
we'll go to 7 then. I think it's like a 6, but whatever. Gallo Glass, I have no idea what this unit does.
It's not on rifling, it's on metallurgy.
And they require iron. I hate that unit from Weebies.
Yeah, it does require iron.
This unit is lower combat strength, substantially less hammers though, and comes with rifling.
It also has Killy promo.
But it
And
has
and
volley? What?
I've
That's
Yeah,
not
used
it's a very strange unit.
I've
Okay.
used this unit before, and like, you can surprise people with this a lot because they don't expect a tanky melee unit at like middle of nowhere, and this can kill people.
Yeah, but
not
only if
like
they're not
great at
prepared
it,
at
but-
all.
It has a similar like
It's at rifling.
Upside.
It's not at metallurgy.
You sure? I think it's at metallurgy.
I'm literally looking. Oh wait, maybe I'm looking at the right modern.
It's at metal.
Weeby modern. Weeby modern.
it's
It's
so
at
the thing
metallurgy.
is it has the same upside as like Landwehr and stuff like Pittite and stuff where it becomes a lot better because of being in a different place on the tech tree. Say
I
it's
think
like
it's an offensive unit.
or 5. Yeah, it's an offensive unit.
I'd put it at 4. I would put it at 3 or 4.
I think Gallo Glass Cannon is a timing attack that you can do,
Yeah, you can.
What?
or even like Gallo Glass Traps. Like that's
You're
it's
gonna go to
easy.
metal and hit with trebs and not cannons? What?
Well, I'm gonna hit with traps the first city, then I'm gonna upgrade cannons in that city.
And then you're not gonna push
Um,
anything because you have cannons and fucking muskets.
these are not muskets. These are a lot stronger than
Their
muskets.
31 combat strength are not that much stronger. Than
32.
32.
But yeah,
32.
I agree. It's not that much better.
But 32 is like cav. Like it's slightly less than cav. Like it is a lot.
Yeah, but cab slam. These, I guess you'd slam. I guess you slam with these, but you're gonna have a tile problem. Like I just can't see this unit attacking at all.
I mean,
No,
if you're
you
slamming
don't
into muskets, you
Here,
don't have as much
you're
of a tile
arguing that
problem.
it attacks.
It's
Yeah.
it's part of the attack. Like I think the Gallo Glass cannon timing is not really a thing. Like maybe against someone who isn't very well prepared.
We're talking about, okay, you're in the finals of a tournament. Are you going to use this unit?
Yes.
I'm not going to play Scotland, but if I happen to,
Yeah, I mean Scotland
I think
doesn't
yes.
really know.
You would use it as part of like cav artillery attack.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
in
Like you
in
use
a
muskets
final-
in those attacks.
like in a final, I'm using this to jump on someone early with my cav attack, right? Like,
You actually would,
Yep.
really? You're that
Yeah.
confident in this?
No,
Wow.
no,
Yes.
no. Like, Ryan, even in an artillery attack, you usually use some muskets to hold. tiles
Sure,
and
mean,
stuff.
sure, to hold tiles, but not to slam a fucking
No,
fortified
it's
unit.
it's like a kind of thing where you look at how much they have of like a worker that's building the road, and you like consider dropping these units in if you don't see muskets and forts.
They do actually
And you
seem kind
can
of cheap.
definitely hit a city.
120
100.
hammers is cheap.
100. Well, compared to a musket, like they're 8 more strength than a musket and 20 more hammers.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying like the utility of this is I would never use this unit. Never.
I would.
Yeah, but you also put Akhet cannon as a 1, so.
And they're terrible. And they're terrible.
Akiat cannons are traps. These are rifles.
All right, Kuba, where would you rank it?
6.
Glosson,
3 or 4.
Mega,
I think a 4 because I can't really see this being a good unit.
Miota.
5.
Okay, I'm putting it at a 4. Fuck you guys. Pathfinder. These things are good. These things are really good.
10.
Yeah.
They're not a 10.
Of course
They,
they're-
are they error defining? Is the first question.
Yes.
I think they might be.
They are error defining
I've
and they're
died
10.
to
Because I've
Like,
killed people
yeah.
with combos on.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've died to Shoshone combos before.
the
Like,
the
they're
part
insane.
where they become compost is also part of the unit, and I
Yeah.
think that
And you think that's
Of
a
course.
10?
I think it's error defining, and I think it's 9.
See it being a 7 or an 8. I don't think it's a 9, but
It's not just the fact that you can make compost out of them. It's also like the consistency of always
Yes.
getting your pop ruins when you need them, always getting your culture ruin,
But-
always getting like the good gold ruins when you need. Like it's just so good.
my only
This-
issue with them is that they're very expensive. So you want your scouts to come out and be very cheap.
How many do you make? You make one usually, right? You're rocking, or do you do 2?
I make
Like,
make
I
2.
like 2.
I make 2 as
So you go like Pathfinder, Monument, Pathfinder.
well. No, just
I do
build
Pathfinder, and then Monument or Worker.
Interesting.
or
I mean, you're
Pathfinder,
right, so-
Pathfinder Monument, and buy a Pathfinder.
And you can also tribute city states
That's
with 3 though.
Yeah, you contribute city states with them. And the other thing is you don't need to build an early monument because like usually you're playing honor on Shoshone, right? And you can almost guarantee that on turn 12 or whatever you get your culture ruin. So like you don't.
I don't
overspend
think
on that
that's true. I've had
don't
maybe it's
think
just my bad experience with ruins and Shoshone. Like a lot of times, like I'm kind of barely getting that second comp. So
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
two
agree
comps is
with that.
insane. Like if you get two comps,
I'm not saying it's bad. What? Okay, we're talking about two different things. But I'm saying like I don't think I'm having so many ruins that I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll save this for a culture ruin. Like
I mean, no, you always get 2 comps because it's your 4th rune that you get your 2nd comp.
exactly, yeah.
Anyway, I think it's a 9 or a 10. It's like it's almost the entirety of Shoshone's identity, or it's a big part of Shoshone's identity, and it's and it's
And
and it
this,
can't
Oh wait,
go-
shit. There's supposed to be another Shoshone unit, right?
Yeah.
there
Oh,
is
yeah.
another Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Which is also pretty good, by the by.
What's that called?
Half
Comanche.
Comanche Rider. Comanche Rider.
the
I mean,
promotion.
Pathfinder is basically all of Shoshone, and all of Shoshone is really fucking good.
Shoshone
so
does
if you
have
can-
also free Himeji, which is insane.
I mean, it's. I mean, for the sim benefits though, it's the Pathfinder and the Border Growth.
Certain people think Himeji is literally the best one in the game. So
I went Himeji before factories a lot recently.
It's a good play. Depending on the context. Alright, Shoshone, Pathfinder.
10.
Mega
9.
Kuba. Lawson.
7. Interesting take.
I don't care about your opinions. I'm kidding. No, I think Pathfinders are insane. I think that's the whole reason you play the Civ. Okay. I don't know what this cav does. I clearly forgot it existed.
Cheaper and 1 more movement.
It's quite good.
6.
It's better than Hussars. I'll give you that much.
Why is it better than a Hussar? It's actually worse than a Hussar in my opinion.
What?
It's
No.
cheaper.
He means the Austria. unit.
Yeah, Austria Hussar. I think.
Thank you. Here to defend Hussars with me.
I think it's a 6. It's not as good as a Cossack, but it's pretty good.
I think it's if the Austrian one is a 3, which I disagree with, then I think this is maximum of 4 or 5.
Like-
Yeah,
It's
I'm
good.
with you there. I don't think this thing is good.
So it has, the thing is, it's very good for like Cav AD attack because the upgrades are significantly cheaper,
So
and you
bad
can
for
just
one
like
kill.
spam them while you're killing someone. But the problem is that also like upgrading them to land ships is more expensive.
I don't really like Comanches, but and I think they're worse than Hussars. In my,
I think it's a 6.
I think 6 is reasonable.
Kuba,
I would
This is a 4. I'm sorry.
Mega.
Yeah, it's fine.
I would put it as a 4, and I'd also put the Austrian one as a 4.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. This is a 4.
That's fair.
All right, this is a really. I'm gonna disagree with you guys on this. I don't think this unit's good.
I remember playing a Snowy, and I was trying to push with Zulu, Kaz, with I think triple promos, and we had Himeji, and they built like they just built elephants, and I was trading negatively.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
about right.
Do you have the elephant bonus? Yeah. Okay.
No, they have a
50.
mounted bonus.
They have 26 strength too.
25.
25.
But 3 move.
But strong as fuck.
They're not a knight. Like it's you don't.
They're not an attacking unit. They're totally a defensive unit.
No, they are. You can attack with them. They're just like this.
Primarily
Like,
defensive. They need to be
Yeah,
on
the-
roads.
Yeah, they
Like the
need
way you
roads.
the way you attack with them is like slowly. Like they're not for
Okay.
cycling. They're for just like two shots.
I mean, the units, like, you can't attack into Siam with horses.
Yeah, you can't. No, I agree with that. I think this unit's amazing for defense, but I think if you try to attack, it's gonna be a bad time.
Yeah, so I would actually put it as a
Yeah.
defensive unit, not a really both.
Okay.
Primarily defensive unit.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with that.
All right, where would you put it?
I'd put it as a 5. It's okay.
I forget who, but someone was like, this unit is the best unit in the game.
That's crazy. It's like a 6.
I think it's a 6.
Kuba?
I don't know.
I mean,
You
I think
abstain?
the fact that that Gaucho
Yeah.
is a 7 and this is a 6 is kind of a meme, but
They
I'm
were
honestly
arguing
really
so
like-
fucking hard for Gaucho.
Who the fuck
I
is arguing
stand
for
by the
Gauchos?
Gauchos. That's
Kuba
what I'm
and
saying.
Hawks and Ashwin are like the biggest fucking Gaucho believers ever. It's
What? I thought those units were trash, but okay.
yeah,
Gauchos
are
has 200% planking.
yeah.
Anyway. Elephants.
Lawson, start us off.
6.
Kuba,
maybe 5.
Kuba, you abstained.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like this unit, but 6 it is. Buffaloes, yay! I put them as
What do
air
they do
defining.
now?
I think they're air defining.
They're spooky.
They are very spooky.
Tomorrow,
They have 1 higher range strength, 1 higher melee strength, and they can make TPs.
And they're Sioux, so they're getting a 10% bonus in planes. Is it 10 or 15?
15.
15. And so much of the map is planes, so there's like a good chance that you're spending part of the war with them fighting in planes.
I just think the unit is so good because this is the only unit in the game, literally the only unit in the game where it has some type of sim aspect and it's not gimmicky. It's 100% legit and very relevant. Like if you compo someone, you are building TPs with those Buffalo Hunters 100% of the time.
I think the
You
I
could
think
say
the-
the same thing about the Normandy one, the P-Rate.
Yeah, but you don't have it. You often don't have as many, right?
And Normandy's worse.
And Normandy's worse.
I think the Zimbabwe thing is also
Okay, that
Well,
doesn't
you're not-
that doesn't count. That doesn't count
Warriors.
because you're not killing people with warriors.
yeah. That's
Right. So what's the ranking?
I think this is at least an 8.
I think 8.
I'd put it at
You
7.
only attack people with this unit when they are in.
Yeah.
the
I
guy
mean, that's the
flying,
thing. Like
right?
you're attacking someone in planes, so you're gonna have the bonus. You're also like Sioux, right? It's again, we're not looking at it like okay, like but it's only 1 higher combat strength. Like it's not just about that. Like it's the whole thing.
So
All right,
Yeah,
well,
probably is the
Mega.
I say an 8, but is this why you guys ranked Gauchos so high? Because it could construct farms? Just out of curiosity.
No.
no, but
No,
Hawks
because-
did-
No, that's why I wanted to make that distinction very clear. Okay. I don't like this unit that much, but that's just me.
This unit's really weird because the primary use of knights is to upgrade into cav, and this is bad at that. But also, it's a really good unit as a knight.
I've died to this unit before.
It makes
Monte
Songhai
Carlos.
a pain in the ass to crossbow into.
Well, the thing is, Songhai is like an insane war seth, right?
yeah,
But Monte Carlo Cav is like kind of an afterthought to that, I would say. Like, I
I
think
would say-
Monte Carlo is like it's like a 4 or 5.
I mean, I think 5.
I
is
think
reasonable.
4 is fine. My gut was 3, but I could totally see 4. I mean, you're playing Songhai, so the one problem knights have is rivers, right? So
Yeah, I was going to say a 5 just because it goes with the Civ very well.
yeah,
You can actually kill someone with this timing.
that's true.
Yeah, like this unit, when they don't see it coming, it looks so incredibly good.
I mean, you slam the city and you blow it up.
Yeah,
It
just
feels
dies.
amazing. It feels amazing.
So I'll share an anecdotal story. I died to Cow halfway across the world. He just marched 30 of these units while I was building my observatories in Armenia.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
The
God.
fuck.
He didn't have any roads, and I was just like, "What the fuck are you doing, bud? Go away!" And then I died.
That's so funny. I think these are a both unit, by the way, because like it's a knight. It's naturally going to be a defensive unit.
No, but you can't. It's not a particularly defensive knight. It's like it's
It's a-
definitely
it's a-
an attacking
yeah.
knight.
Weak knight.
What?
This is an offensive unit.
Alright.
So what are we ranking this? I'm putting 4, 4 or 5.
Probably 5.
4 seems fine. 5 seems fine.
I think it's a 5.
Yeah.
Cow made me believe
Fine.
it.
Okay. You get your 5. All right, Tercios. I think these units are good, but
I like
they
Tercios.
melt to Artie and they're actually expensive.
Yeah, but they fuck up calves.
They
I had a
really fuck Cavs.
I had a game fairly recently where I was playing Spain and it was next to I think Hawks on Sioux, and we were both broadcasting like it was the most obvious oh we're going to RD each other ever.
Okay.
Just like there was no one else relevant or something, and he built like a bunch of calves with anti-cav promo, and I built a bunch of calves and RDs and like 5 of these units and stuck them at the front line while I was upgrading my calves, and he just tried to like hit me with what happened was he saw that I was gonna beat him to Artie, so he went in at calves and I just had like 5 tercios and he had a really bad day.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is that they fortify and they died already.
Yeah,
That's ultimately what happens.
Yeah, but that's what you built them for.
Yeah.
Kind of looking at this and looking at Galley Glass again, and so Galley Glass is how much production?
120.
It's 13 more.
13 more for 6 more combat strength. So that's really efficient, but you get the 50% against mounted with the Tercio.
I'd say the Galley Glass, just based on stats, is a better unit than the Tercio. Though it does require iron, for whatever the fuck reason.
Well, Tercio is also a gunpowder.
I mean, what did we put Galaglass as? 4? I'm fine to put it as a 4. I don't think it's that good. I was not like arguing like yeah the Tercio is like really good. I'm just saying like you know when it's good and the person might have cannon and not cav, it feels really good. But
Yeah.
I mean has cannon but not RD. Sorry. So are we okay with 4? Is that fair?
Well, I voted 5 on the Gallo Glass. I'm gonna vote 5 on this as well, but 4 is fine.
Well, just for consistency's sake then.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, then.
What is this unit do?
Available at mining.
Oh, this unit's fuck trash.
Yeah. It's weaker, isn't it?
No, looks like it's the same, but
It's the same.
it's cheaper.
cheaper?
It's actually pretty substantially cheaper.
Yeah.
It's 7 less hammers.
30
Oh,
units.
this stuff has a UU.
What? Oh, this Civ has
this
a...
stuff has a unit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. I mean, it's a defensive unit, but
I'd give it a 4 because it's like it's cheaper, which means that like it's slightly worse than like a Laputu or a or whatever the hoplite.
so you think it's about the same as an immortal then?
I think it's about the same as an immortal.
I'd buy that.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 it is. Caroline. Oh, the Civ has a UU. Oh wait, this is actually
Oh,
the.
this is a
Renaissance.
Civ.
This is the. Oh, this Civ exists.
Yeah, this is what I don't know what this one does because I don't play this Civ. It's
I
what?
used to do this timing all the time.
I think
Thought it was fucking hilarious.
I think Sweden is the most boring Civ in the game.
It really is.
It's a great unit, but
It is
the
fantastic.
problem is it's a musket.
Yeah. What do we put the musketeer at?
Dude, Sweden, if it was a coastal Civ, would actually be so good.
Yeah, honestly. Just give it a 5.
What?
That's what we put the musketeer at, isn't it?
Is it better than Tercio?
Like, I don't think it's better than a Tercio.
Alright, give it a 4 then.
It does have March, so I'm not sure.
March is so irrelevant though, because you're fortified every time.
Well, you're swapping this wild.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So, Renaissance?
I think it's a 5.
You think it's better than a Tercio?
Actually,
It's 24 combat strength. Even if you're swapping, this thing's gonna die. Like, I don't.
Alright, give it a 4 and move on then.
Okay. Switzerland.
I mean, you could also upgrade it, which is relevant.
Yeah, but like
Earl.
no unit in the
Is this era defining?
good.
Yes.
Is Switzerland era defining?
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Well,
that sounds
actually,
good.
maybe it isn't because it's just like if they go for you, you're dead anyway.
That's what it feels like.
It is. This unit is so good. It comes out with. Is it single or double cover? Don't remember. At least single cover.
I don't think it comes with cover, man.
Well, you build it
No,
with an
it-
armory.
You build it with an armory, so
Yeah.
it always comes out double promoted, and it, it makes the armory so cheap. It's so incredible. And it comes out with the mountain promotion too, so if you have mountains, normally that would be very good. Well, this unit doesn't care.
Wait, it can go over mountains.
No, it can go around mountains. It has +1 movement if it starts next to a mountain, on top of having normally free movement. So it has 4 if it starts next to a mountain.
Wait,
Every
it's got an
single
extra
unit.
move.
I think this unit. I think this is like a 6. Like
I have no idea what this.
I feel like most of the benefit is just like the armory itself, and the fact that it's free, not the unit.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like it's not a unique unit technically, right? Like you can't build those.
Okay, not.
No.
Nope.
No,
Can't
you
build
get
them.
them from building an armory.
I wasn't that impressed with them the one time you used them against me, Kuba, but
But
They-
the way the Switzerland attack works is by numbers and not by like quality, right?
I just remember someone was like next to Merc on like one of the 3 games that Merc decided to play.
It was Kuba. Kuba got rolled.
That was me. I
Yep, Kuba
did
got
And
rolled.
it was like, I'm gonna kill Merc, right? I should crossbow him. That seems like a good idea. And then like 10 turns later, Merc just shows up on his doorstep with just like a wall of units.
That was a stupid game. Me and Hoya were having such a miserable time.
I was also having a miserable time.
And then Merc ended that.
And Merc ended the game.
But like somebody Liberty engineered my Petra. It was Merc.
Yeah. Okay, so what? Put a number. Throw a number.
I mean,
7?
they're free units, so I think there's that. I'd say I was not impressed at all when Kuba attacked with them. They just died, but I'll give it a 4 or a 5.
I
Miota.
don't remember the time ago.
Having
Are
a
you sure
miserable
I
game.
was?
Yes, that was you.
Miota.
Okay.
Well, the unit itself is only like a 5.
Okay.
It's
Clausen?
it's everything around the unit that's insane.
5.
5 it is. All right, Mega. Do you want to talk about this one?
This unit single-handedly put Timbereds on my permaban list for 3 or 4 years. It has since been nerfed, but it's still fucking cancer. Air defending, yes, and it makes me never want to spawn next to a Timbereds player.
I don't think this is very good. Like I don't like when I spawn next to Timurids, I don't care about this unit.
Really? Dude,
Yeah, I'm
what?
kind of Kuba actually. Like it's really hard to
Um,
kill Timurids until like Artie, but like
Even with Artie, it's hard to kill them.
Yeah, even if it's Artie, it's hard to kill a unit.
these things aren't that strong.
They kill Artie.
They're nuts.
They 3-shot Artie.
Just give your if you're killing Timurids, you just promote your Artie with cover.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Like they don't
So,
do
like,
anything against
part of-
bugs. Like they're
part of what
annoying.
makes these guys so good is well,
pre-built
you just kill
planes.
the wounded units. You just kill the wounded units with them.
That's true. The issue I have with Marathi Riders is that they come at a timing that's like, if someone goes straight to crossbows, you're not gonna have any of these when you're being attacked by crossbows. and
Yeah,
they have decent
thank
against
God for
crossbows.
that.
This is a civ that can survive Artie, in my opinion. Like,
I don't think I
disagree.
agree, but like I don't know.
That's my take on them as well, especially when they used to have 5 range. And
they have 5 range.
They have 5 range again?
They used to have 6 range. I
You used
think.
to have, yeah.
No, they used to have 4, and then they got buffed to 5, but they got reduced in combat
They
strength.
used to have less range but more combat strength.
Yeah.
Right, that was it. Yeah, they were like 22 or 21 combat strength or
21.
something.
They used to be 4 range and 21.
Also, like these bombing into Artie should be using Artie's range strength.
I don't know. You get armories. You double. You can get them promoted 3 times, and then you press upgrade on, and then you have buck and bombers. Like
That's great.
that's like
That's fucking great.
bar
like, that's
nothing. If this thing is not an 8, I am single-handedly changing a fucking Sparapet to a fucking 2. Like
Yeah,
that
do
is
that.
this
I
is
can
this
do
is
that.
like all of the utility. Like if not that they're good units, which they are, and they're incredibly hard to kill.
You should probably change the Sparapet to a 2 anyway. But
No. Okay,
I
yeah.
might. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna like post this whole conversation we had, like it's raw footage, and then I'm gonna like make a video where I just like kind of talk about the summaries and stuff. I might change some stuff, but
No.
we might change some
Right.
stuff.
Right, yeah. Like on that grounds, I think you can very justify.
Like this is the only civ in the entire game you don't have to play commerce to do a bomber push with.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, also, I guess the part that speaks to me is you can level those things up.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, you
planes,
can train
and you
them.
can have a repair grade war bombers at start.
it's an 8.
That's really spooky.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Yeah. No, this unit's insane.
Yeah, that's probably an 8.
I also think it almost like it makes already pushes into the civ like so cancer.
Yeah. Especially if like the land is like it's hard to set up with or something, or maybe there's a really good river system, so it's hard to hold tiles across the river. Like this is just a nightmare because it'll still pick off the arties that can't shoot yet. So you're killing minimum like 1 or 2 arties a turn. It's I don't know. It's really insane. Okay, Tonga.
Speaking of good units,
This is great unit.
Does this classify as a good unit?
Yeah, I think this is a good unit because it enables you to do like archer strat memes on the
Oh
Ghost.
my God, you did that one time and you will never live it down.
No, Mega did that.
I mean, if Tonga wasn't a coastal civ, this would be maybe even comparable to a bowman. Like,
Yeah.
it has free movement.
It's got really good scouting. Like,
It's also cheaper. It's such a good unit. And what tech?
It
it
is
available
cheaper.
on?
Wow, it's actually like substantially cheaper too.
you can build it from turn 0.
This is one of the best units in the game, or like one of the best ancient era units in the game.
I think it's like at least a 7.
Yeah,
Also,
you can-
actually, like, important. You can't upgrade it with ruins, so that like that helps your scouting because
Yeah.
you're more likely to get popping gold runes.
Wait. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just one
I mean,
less.
I know
It's
the
just
upgrade
one.
line-
It's one less thing in the pool, right?
Yeah. Because it upgrades to a crossbow.
Yeah. You can't get an upgrade rune for it. I'm like, yeah. Okay. I mean, I hear you. I like agree. It's really good. What do you rank it?
It's tough because you're not gonna use this unit 90% of the time.
It's an 8.
I build these instead of scouts on Tonga.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
yeah.
think it's just correct to build one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you build these instead of scouts, but you're like not using the combat capabilities of this unit.
You do
Usually it
sometimes.
does. But they do help clear camps, and it just gives you a bunch of control. I'd say a 7 or 8.
Also, it makes
They-
city-state sealing much easier.
Yeah.
It is so good.
It is like such a strong. It's why one of the reasons Tonga is like it's just so nice.
Yeah, it
It's-
helps. It
it's
helps
a
the
tempo
early
civ.
game. Yep. All right. Mega, we'll start with you. What rank?
7 or 8.
Yoda?
8.
Clausen?
7 or 8.
Kuba?
8.
Okay, Turkey. This unit is a GUI.
It's a GUI that doesn't cost anything to upgrade to an infantry.
You know, it killed someone in a tournament semifinals. That's all I'm gonna say.
why you gotta punk my man Frank the Tank?
I mean, that's the only time. That's literally the only time I've seen this unit be used when it wasn't a CS gift. So
I've used him defensively, but never offensively.
I mean, it's relevant for the upgrade is pretty relevant.
Well, what this unit really is cheaper infantry that you can build earlier.
Yes, that's
Yep.
exactly what it is. It's like you just spam out. You want to like get infantry attack down to 1 turn, spam out 1,000,000 of these things, and just have 500k of infantry.
But the biggest problem with that is that then you're stuck with a bunch of infantry, and infantry aren't a good unit.
They're good on defense.
They're
with
good when they're
points.
basically free.
But they're not free. They're
The
still
infantry
costing them to
infantry
do.
scale with your land.
If
you just-
infantry was like, what's the hammer difference between this and infantry? Like 20%, or more?
Well,
25?
it's a normal GW or this one.
This one costs 221 hammers to construct, and it upgrades to infantry, which
It's
is
six.
281
It's
hammers.
60
so
hammers.
Yeah.
So you're saving how much? You're saving like
110.
yeah, 100. No, 130,
Yeah,
right?
130.
Yeah, 130 gold on an upgrade. You're saving. That's a lot. That's a
Yeah.
shitload.
I think it's good. It's like
Unfortunately, they obsolete.
I think this is the worst GUI on our list.
it's not a Kiwi. It's a cheap infantry.
No,
Well,
but it is a GW. But it is a GW. And they have a 50% bonus initiating combat,
They do have that.
Oh,
which
okay.
is so useless. I guess unless you're attacking Huns.
Is this not? This is a utility unit, not a defensive unit, right?
I
I think
mean,
it's a defensive unit.
there's no.
because
I.
It's a utility unit.
defensive.
You should.
What this is like pre-building infantry, basically, is what this is.
You do
It's
that.
a schizophrenic unit. It doesn't know what it wants to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I'd
do
rate
anything.
this at a 4, like exactly on the level of a force publique. It's worse than a.
What did we
Vortex.
give that? We gave that a 4. You said.
We gave the force publique a 4.
Yeah, I feel like this is a 4 or a 3.
Yeah, I think 4 is fine.
Four's fine.
Cassini Raider. This unit is so fucking good.
It's so good.
What does it do?
It has
It's-
10. It has 10 fucking move.
It's also cheap
Okay.
as fuck. Does it actually have 10 move? Or
With,
is it
if you
Move. Yeah, with
with
all the stuff.
yeah with Explo and GLH, it's got
it has
10.
8 base move, but you're always expo when you're using this unit, so it's always got at least 9 move, and you sometimes have.
And it's
GH.
20% cheaper to.
Well,
It's the
with
same
this
cost
ship-
as a now.
Yeah, no. The thing about this unit is that it's cheap as fuck.
It can
It's
even be
also-
11
it's also
with
really-
mobility.
It's really funny if you take someone's cargo with this unit as well, 400 gold.
Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
that doesn't work. Like
It does
that part
work.
Doesn't.
It
No,
does
it
work.
doesn't.
I watched Ashwin and Hawks do a frigate duel.
Well,
And
I
it did
used
work.
this unit. It didn't work.
It doesn't show it, but it does work if you actually look at your gold number.
Maybe.
I
I was
This-
killing some random noob with it. I wasn't paying that much attention.
I made Hawks and Ashwin play the sim in a duel, and yeah, I did notice.
I think it's era defining in the same way that Ship of the Line is era defining, and I think it's like as strong as the Ship of the Line. So I think this is a 7.
This would have. Oh man,
I don't know if it's error defining. It doesn't create a new timing. I guess
Well,
if you're
yeah.
against UAE, it's like implied that they're gonna attack you. But I could say the same thing about your argument for Oman.
Well,
Yeah,
The
and
thing
you
is,
can't
I mean,
really.
frigates are error finding even without there being a UU. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
no,
mean-
it's error, ship of the line are error defining because it's England ship of the line, and it's also kind of like got the historical part, right? So it's like, I don't know, when you spawn in against England, you're kind of worried for frigates.
True.
I don't think when you spawn in against UAE, you're like, okay, I hope this guy doesn't go here, because it's usually a noob playing it.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, and I think the issue with this is like maybe a patch or two ago when you could upgrade privateers, they would have been Air defining.
Exactly.
Air
Yeah.
right now.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I still think it's a 7.
I'm fine putting it at 7.
Sure.
Are the things promotions when said it is the long ship for sure?
Which one?
Long ship.
Oh yeah, I
Underrated.
agree. Longship is underrated, and fucking Sparrow Pet is overrated.
Spar Pet's definitely overrated.
Well, all I'm saying for the Sparrow Pet, if Sparrow Pets have 1 million fans,
Shut
I
up.
would.
Shut up. We're not doing it. The picture,
I
the
think
icons
my
aren't
most,
changing.
I think my most underrated unit is actually the Hussar.
That one's also underrated, but
I think the Hussar's good.
All right. So we have, if you go to copy of spreadsheet 1, don't look at the icons on the left, but it's Impies, Horse Archers, War Elephants, Hitaroi, Pathfinders, Bowmen, Ballista Elephants, Keon Cavalry. This has an extra A. Rocket Corps, Defenders, Sipahi, Guerrillas, Nows. This Sparrow Pet does not fit here. I'm sorry. This is like.
No, it doesn't.
This is
Come
It
on.
doesn't.
If you're
so.
gonna nerf it, don't drop it. Don't drop it too low.
I think the
Put it to a
rocket.
4. It's
I
a
think
4.
I think the rocket core is also overrated.
Give me at least
Yeah,
a
I
5
agree.
on the Sparrow Pet.
I think Rocket Core is like a 8, 7 or 8.
I think that's heavily overrated.
Leave my Sparrow Pet at least at a 4, or at least at a 5.
You said 4.
I like Rocket Force there.
I like
I
Rocket
think
Force on
Rocket
9.
Force belongs.
I like how all of them are error defining.
I think, well, yeah. of
Except for
course.
the Sparrow
Isn't
Pet.
it-
Except
yeah,
for the Power Pet. That's weird.
It's weird.
Weird.
Like with the exception of Tonga and Zimbabwe, which are literally ancient era units, all of the ones 8 or higher era defining, except for the Sparrow Pet.
One of these is not like the others. Ugh.
Oh my god. By the way, if we're giving Impy an 11, I think we can give Hitaroi an 11 too.
No.
No. There can only be 111.
Yep, there can only be one.
Also, like, Sierra makes a compelling argument that, like, in the late game, Hataros are kind of annoying, because...
That is true. That's true.
I mean, you can upgrade them all the way to land ships, which is insane, but, like...
Yeah, but you need generals.
Yeah, you need generals. And, like, you need generals, and they're good for, like, being amongst your land ships and giving general bonus, but they're very bad for planting, because you run them into plant, and they get shot with a bomber.
Yep.
I just say winged hussars are Hungary unit.
What are they rated as? 7?
Are they like that on the other one? Oh my
that
god,
may
they
be-
are. No, they are. Huh. That's weird. They got changed at some point, I guess. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, guys.